Hello, everybody. Welcome to the next session of the Lodge at Endsmeet. Now, before we get into today's session, let's go ahead and give one of our players a point of inspiration by giving us a recap. And Emily, you volunteered, so by all means, take it away.
I have. We spent the majority of last session at Durian's Delve, warmth for the weary, wine for the wounded, and rules for all. The rules were no violence, no theft, no fey trickery, no uninvited transformations indoors. And it is apparently a border inn that kind of appears and disappears at the crossroads of different places of different worlds, I guess. What are they called? Layers
Ley
of
lines.
the ley lines. Yeah. Um, so there was food which was declared safe, but Tess was sort of the designated driver for a minute until actual alcohol was offered, at which point Tess stopped being the designated driver. But the people that actually did eat the special that was given to us, which was like meat and fruit, have +10 to their max HP and can't be surprised. Gideon eventually got a bottle of dwarven cherry brandy, which was the thing that made Tess relent and was also excellent. Um, Immediately, Velen got a massage from the awesome masseuse Torek the bear, and he rolled super high on his massage check. So Tess was originally worried because we kind of got there and we were sort of wary, and Velen disappeared immediately, and Tess was like, okay. And then there was an ambiguous therapist person, Velren, that Claudia spent a bunch of time, several hours talking to, and had a very cathartic, telling them all of her trauma. And then Velren rolled really high on that roll and listened and helped Claudia through it in a sense, and said that Claudia should be honest with Thomas eventually. We also, when Velen was talking to the hostess, we got some information about the Pale King, including everyone is quiet and wears smiles carved of pearl in his court. Anyone that talks too loudly vanishes. He has no shadow, but he keeps one leashed, which kind of implies that perhaps Grace or Lily is that shadow. He walks where light can't touch, and this least shadow kind of follows him everywhere, and the shadow is not his own. He doesn't want anything except what you don't mean to offer, so it's kind of useless to bargain unless it's something that you don't want to give up. And there is a rumor that he trades in the first promises that children make, and then it ensures that those oaths are broken. And presumably it's not stated clearly, but it's possible that this is maybe how he captured Lily. But he kind of catches them out in an early lie, and then they owe him something. It is becoming increasingly clear over the course of this conversation that Gideon plans to sacrifice himself for his niece, because he's had a long life, and this is, he said that he would do that. And it brings this kind of heavy, ominous vibe over the otherwise lovely tavern visit. Gideon and Tana have a quiet conversation about that, and this idea of hey, maybe you don't have to sacrifice yourself, but Tana also understands why he would do that if it comes to it, and suggests that we perhaps seek aid from other fae in the area if we can do them favors. It seems like the Pale King, not a lot of people seem to like him very much anyway, or really, so maybe Kale, with the person that is the kind of Gungan Grove Twilight overseer of this area, might be able to help us. It's unclear how Kalewith feels about this person that we're about to talk to for the face spiders, but maybe. So we're sort of talking. So Tana's sort of advice is maybe let's gather allies and have this deal be the last resort. Artie, meanwhile, disappears with a pair of druid twins and makes a perfect wand of vitriolic sphere out of snakewood that he purchases from them, and uses his legendary component that we just got to cast vitriolic sphere. He now has a wand with 4 charges that can cast it at 6th level, which is pretty awesome. The craftsmanship is so good that it even seems to impress Tana, and she's calls him hey, maybe you are a wizard. So that's kind of interesting. That's cool. Velen, Tess, and a tearful Claudia and a flirty pixie named Sika play strip poker, or strip. I can't remember the name of the game, but basically strip poker. Tess treats her ass off to moderate success, but is caught twice, and she flirts shamelessly with Sika and has no body shame about it. Claudia ultimately wins, which is very funny. Um, Artie spends the night with the twins and discovers that the Shire one is the more dominant one. And he and Gideon have a little conversation the next day about how, like, he keeps ending up in these situations where he has sexy times in ways that are sort of a little bit sadomasochistic, and like, is that a thing that he likes, or is that a thing that he like? Does he have a safe word and these kinds of things? Tess purchases the affections of Sika for the night. And Gideon and Tana hang out together with this sort of vibe of like, this might be one of the last times we get to do this. Claudia third wheels real hard but isn't shooed away, but then kind of like falls asleep at the table. And so all of those folks have basically a bless effect over them because they are inspired by their nighttime activities. And in that course of that conversation, also Tana like specifically tells Gideon that she will make sure that they get Lily back to Endsmeet, and also mentions that she has an uncle that could potentially like use an apprentice or apprentices, and basically says that she'll kind of like take care of his nieces to a certain extent, which means a lot to Gideon. Um, let's see. Claudia is startled. We have like a random encounter with a giant bird called a jangle bright crane that mimics us. And Claudia nearly falls off the highway in the same the webway in the same way that Tess almost did before. But with the help of Gilo's garden and a vortex warp from Artie, she's sort of like set back on her feet again. Tess casts Death Ward on Gideon, so Frog, remember that Gideon has a Death Ward. And we begin to see the phase spiders kind of like appearing and disappearing on the webway right before we come to the drop off at the base of an enormous tree. And it becomes clear that like the reason that the spiders can't immediately kind of like ambush this person in the mask that they don't like is because the webway kind of like ends because the tree doesn't like butt up against it. And so Gideon sees a woman in a butterfly mask, a mask with butterfly wings and white hair and a long green dress, and she's working on a broad white table that seems kind of like out of place in the forest, and is working on like a sword. And she has a humanoid cloud shape that Artie identifies as an air elemental myrmidon that is bound to her service. And so we kind of talk for a minute about what to do next, and kind of quickly decide that we should, when she like screeches in frustration at the table and the sword that she's working on, we quickly decide, okay, well, let's try to like help her first and see what's going on here. But remembering that we are supposed to, like, if we want the aid of the spiders, we're trying to like lure her up onto the webway somehow, and theoretically the spiders will help us from there. And then we also, other important thing is that Velen is up in the front, sort of like ready to bard it up and be the face and talk. That's where we left off.
Well done. So, as we resume, you've earned your point of inspiration, and we bring the map over to the Heart Tree, where you are approaching this Archfey, this powerful woman who is standing over this white stone table. Frustrations apparent as her hands roam over this long sword resting on the table. Blue sigils aglow around the table, but the sword remains dormant. As you approach, she says, "Little wanderers on the spider silk, you smell of salt and soil and someone else's bargains." She doesn't look up as she flicks a hand across the blade's flat, casual as a cat flicking a mouse's tail. "Do you come to bow your heads, or do you think your stories might buy you a place at my table?" She then looks up at all of you. "Gallo called you resourceful and amusing. I wonder which you'll be for me."
Ken Gallo. Gossipy bitch.
Oh.
Saw him this morning. He's like, can't wait to go fucking tell somebody some shit.
Right? God damn.
I don't know about anybody else, but I could definitely. Right? Are you having trouble with that sword? You need help? That's kind of my forte. So resourceful, I guess. Maybe both.
She looks down
Someone
at
like
the sword.
opens her mouth and Artie is already making this offer, and she like facially shrugs. It's like, yeah, I'm down. That's fine. That's good. We're good. Everything's good.
It's an angle.
Artie
This.
genuinely just wants to help.
She looks down at the sword as you're talking about it. She says,
Uh-huh.
"It seems to stir when you speak. Do you know its name? I have tasted its edge, but it will not speak to me."
Can I come look at it?
Oh god, he's already doing it.
She looks at you as you're approaching, and you are keenly aware of all eyes on you, Artie. You see there are dryads wearing the same mask that are underneath the canopies of their own oak trees on each side of this massive heart tree. What's your passive insight, Artie?
My passive insight is a 12. So at first he gets excited to look at the sword. He's not even thinking about it. And then he kind of realizes and looks around and realizes like, oh, this isn't friendly area yet.
I mean, she doesn't stop you as you're approaching.
I'll
With
kind of
a-
slow my step up a little bit and look back at the group.
Don't go alone, Artie.
Oh, now
Just-
he has second
Velen will go up with him. Velen
Yeah.
will just sort of like, as
Well,
he's looking
guys,
back,
those are
she's just gonna like dip her head and she's just gonna sidle up like, sure,
Those are big
sure.
myrmidons, you know. I don't want to startle him and get hurt. I mean, look at this guy.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing?
Claudia's right at Artie's heels, so he's not alone if he gets jumped.
Tess, what are you doing?
He's
Tess,
got like the girl brigade with him.
Tess is watching carefully, but I think she's going to like maybe. Can I like insight check these druids around? Do they look like bodyguards in the same way that the Myrmidon does? Like, what do they seem to be doing here? Are they servants?
Roll an insight check.
$17.
The dryads are wearing masks, which makes their actual facial expressions impossible to read. They are both on opposite sides of this clearing. They are kneeling beneath their oak trees, so it seems as though they're just waiting. They are not performing any somatics. They're not trying to move. They are watching and waiting.
Okay.
So, what are you doing, Tess? Are you just staying there?
I think I will come up a little bit. Not all the way up, but just kind of like as if I'm gonna like get a better look at this.
Velen, you said you're moving with Artie?
Yeah. I mean,
Move
he
your
was-
token, as you say.
Oh, sorry.
Gideon, what are you doing?
Gideon is, just a little human guy. He's gonna stay here at a distance and actually take a knee. He's very respectful.
So,
That's probably the wisest move.
where are
Yeah,
you
well,
in
I
reference
thought-
to, like, Tess, do you think?
Like where I am is fine. Like he has not really approached since this started.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
staying back here.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Artie's gonna look back, just see where his groups are, and he's gonna see Gideon kneeling, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm already kind of low," and I'm just gonna like bow my head awkwardly. I'm sorry, I can kneel too. I'm just gonna stay bowed for a second.
Supplicants. Perhaps we will see what sort of use you might have.
Even if it's only amusement, that's not nothing.
So you're very quiet.
It's
God damn
probably a microphone.
I'm never quiet. This never
There it
happens. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Does anybody have a passive perception of 20 or better?
Yes. 25.
Yes. 22, but
With a passive perception of 20 or better, you notice these treetops above the dryads shift slightly.
speeders. Do I think it's speeders?
Seems spidery. Unless you mean Star Wars land speeders, in which case, no, not at all.
I never mean Star Wars anything.
Frog would never do a Star Wars.
Can I catch Gideon's eye since we usually have the highest passive perception and just kind of like
He is
have a moment of
directly
eye-
behind you, but if you can figure out a way to make that happen.
Turn around. Wink.
Give me a what? Performance.
An
Give me
Italian
the
gesture.
pasta,
Give me the
you
hand.
know?
Yeah.
Hmm. Oh,
Tess, give me a performance.
15.
Good.
What message are you trying to convey to Gideon without being too obvious?
Yes.
More sort of like, you see that?
You seeing this shit?
Or like a, do you think that's safe?
Okay,
Gideon
Gideon.
does not react to that in any way other than you see his eyes kind of drop to your face, and then he just looks forward. So he is telling you he thinks it's fine by not reacting.
Okay.
Gonna need a performance and an insight on that. So, Gideon,
And an
please roll me
insight?
performance. You are
Okay.
trying to convey a message without using words
Sure.
in a way that is discreet. All right, Tess, I need you to roll me an insight. The DC is pretty damn high.
19.
He's just stonewalling
What?
me.
With a 19, Gideon looks unconcerned.
Okay. That's
Which was the
mostly what I
vibe.
wanted. That's what I wanted.
That's good. Meanwhile, Claudia, Velen, you're right behind Artie, and you see, as you've approached, the air myrmidons seem to, like, they have these big flails, and they seem to, like, get more at the ready, but they don't do anything. They don't start twirling them like they're gonna bop you. They just,
That was just me having fun.
okay. You whip and nay-nay.
No.
Artie,
Lol.
on this table, you see that this large marble table has all sorts of candles and scripts all over it. Scrolls that are open, but they don't seem to be like spell scrolls. They seem to be references in history at a glance. Nothing that is too telling, unfortunately. Lots of riddles and rhymes and things that don't make any sense at a glance, especially when you're looking at it upside down. The sword, you see that there are runes along the spine of the blade. The blade itself appears to be elven made, and it appears to be very high quality. It is long. It is almost greatsword length. It is a very long blade, but it only has a single edge. As you look at the blade, you see that her hands are just over part of it, and it doesn't take a genius or a detect magic spell to tell that she is trying to use some sort of magical energy or maybe identify or detect magic, something to discern information about the sword. Except the sword is not reacting. However, with your history as an artificer, you know a magic weapon when you see one. As she stands over it, her hand alight just over the blade by a few inches. This relic was buried deep in the tree's veins, older than my dominion here. It resists me, defies me, but perhaps you, little rootless things, know something I do not. Speak.
Well, we can't have that then, huh?
Does it look anything like Feyhue? Wasn't
Yeah, I'm
that in a
curious
tree?
about that too.
No, it does
Does
not.
it look anything like Faye?
It does not look anything like Feyhue.
Alright,
I mean,
First
in
of
the
the-
similarity, it looks like it was elven made, which is about as close as you can get. What do you do?
I do my glasses thing so I can read any language. First, I'm gonna kind of just like, do you mind? And I kind of like gesture to see if I can touch it and like adjust it a little bit.
Hold on. She sees you approach it. She says, a name, a promise, a truth I can use. Do this, and you might walk away richer than you came. And she does step back so you can get a better look at the sword.
with the being able to read any language, first I'm going to kind of try to discern if I can get anything off of the runes.
As Artie is doing this, Velen and Claudia. So at the moment, this is what it looks like. Artie, you've come to this side of the table, and Sylandra stepped back to let you, like, get in front of the table and look at the runes in the sword. Claudia and Velen, you see Sylandra rest a single fingertip on the base of Artie's neck. And Artie, you feel this terrible cold feeling that passes through your body. It doesn't hurt you, but it is freezing for just a moment.
Do I think it was her? Do I think it was getting close to the sword?
What's your passive perception?
16.
Yeah, you know it was her. You felt her touch you. It was very subtle, very gentle touch.
What?
I'm kind
Can I, like-
of spoke before, but yeah.
Try to
Okay.
read the
I think it's
vibe.
her.
Like, can I insight check that?
You can Arcana check that.
Okay.
Can I? I have proficiency in Arcana.
Sure.
I don't know shit about fuck.
I know a little
Wait.
bit more shit about fuck.
Wait. I have a thing. I'm gonna use my Dawes' Boon of Luck to boost my roll here. Just let me look up the specifics really
Boop
quick.
that shit.
Rolled a 22.
Yeah.
Art Claudia, you recognize, based on what just happened, a powerful identification spell was just cast.
She just sussed him out.
Seems like it,
You could have
So,
just
like, she cast
asked.
Identify on Artie.
basically.
Oh, me? Yeah, I'm a gnome.
Not a goblin.
Now, goblin by nature. Nurture?
Culturally a goblin.
Culturally a goblin. Yeah.
Socialized as a goblin.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't actually need to burn my thing if Claudia already has the answer, so I'm not gonna do that.
Why didn't you just ask us if you wanted to know more about us?
There are things I can discern just from your nature, such as this orphaned little entity of chaos. Now I know.
Jeez.
She's got you pegged, Artie.
Yeah, gee, that's pretty spot on. Subtlety. Not really. Yeah, okay. Let me just...
Was that a
Don't worry.
secret? Should I have been more careful?
No. No, it's just choice of words.
I could
you know?
make them forget.
No, let me just see what's going on with the sword. Before we go altering people's memories and stuff, you know?
As you wish. For now.
Okay. So, yes, I'm going to try to discern if I can get
This
any...
lady's never heard the word
Uh,
consent before.
I've Artie's read a lot on weaponry, different styles. Just trying to see if I can get anything from the Elvish rune writing.
It's not
or
Elvish.
just style.
As you
Like-
comprehend languages, you said you turn on your ability to read any language.
Yeah. Mhm.
The runes on this blade are ancient. They are written in Sylvaxi, which is a precursor to even Sylvan.
Well, that's what we saw in the Feihu temple, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he identified it like that.
So this is the second
Nice.
time, Artie, you've encountered Sylvaxi in the wild. And it says something. In Sylvaxi, it says, I strike with the unseen power this world hid from many, for I, like the wind, am the equalizer.
And I kind of just read that out loud. I strike
He's
with my
not
mouth.
saying that in common. Artie says that out loud, and it is not a language any of you have ever heard.
Do I, not realize that I'm not speaking common?
You're trying to speak common.
Does it sound sort of like Sylvan?
Yeah, it's got the same sort
Like
of
ye olde?
harmonics, but it is weird.
Is it like
Um,
Latin?
Like listening to
Spanish?
Old English.
It's literally like celestial mixed with Sylvan. It's like almost operatic.
I say that, and I'm like,
What
how the
was
fuck did I
that?
just do that? It's Sylvaxian. I don't know how I know how to speak it. Am I still just speaking gibberish?
No, now you're speaking common.
Oh, okay.
But when you say it's Sylvaxi, you feel like her finger leave the back of your neck, almost like angrily. There's like a little jab, and she like seems to look down at the blade.
You okay?
She seems
Bad
to
news?
not even be like talking to you guys. As she looks at the sword, she just says, "You think some dead language can bind me? This grove is mine. This blade will yield." And she like nudges you aside, Artie, and goes like back up to the blade and seems to like force her hands back over the sword once again. As she does, and you did speak out that phrase, your passive investigation caught a hint of glowing blue in the hilt that
God, I
she
hope the
did
sword
not.
chooses Artie.
You saw, I'm going to message you this word that you saw burn into
It's
the
the
hilt.
power word. Don't tell her.
I wasn't. Okay.
Artie is the keeper of the sword now.
She kind
Tess,
of.
Tess can't help it. Tess can't help
Artie's
but
not a
think
fan
about.
of being nudged.
What was that, Tess?
Tess can't help but think about the promise that's holding back. Not the verdant death, the other one, the other dragon, the other green dragon from Endsmeet. It seems like this might be similar.
No, the girl,
Not
the lady.
Turbrax.
2-6.
2-6.
That was like also seemed to be a similar, like the way that she's talking about I will not be bound by this thing. It's like, oh, I wonder if there's like some ancient thing is holding somebody to a promise.
Can I? She's not touching me or anything anymore, right?
She's shoved you to the side, and she's now back to focusing all of her attention on the sword. It seems like for the moment, she has got all of her attention on whatever this ritual is that she's trying to perform.
Gotta gank her.
Nick, that's not our job here. Okay, I'm gonna kind of try to wait for an opening for her to not touch it, not be touching it. So I'm gonna kind of just watch and see what she's doing, and try to get a feel for what she's attempting to do.
Roll
Whether that
Arcana.
be like 25.
She's trying to identify it. She's casting Identify at high levels, and it's not yielding. Based on the amount of materials on the table, you're pretty sure you also see evidence of a legend lore that did not work.
Mm.
She's burning all her spell slots, guys. Let's just let her do that for a little bit. She's down to cantrips.
I mean, what was her name again?
Sylandra.
Sylandra. I mean, how much juice she put in that spell? I mean, do you think you just need to go a little bit higher?
I am not using my power, for that would be foolish.
I mean, that might yield results, though, no?
And also would yield weakness to my enemies.
Well, luckily you're in good company.
Do you think so?
I would say I'm a great time, yeah.
I have seen much of your trickery in your past, Artie.
I would have to say I'm a pretty open book.
I'm sure you would say that.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Wait,
got you.
no. And I look back at like, Helen, I'm an open book now.
You are quite so open when you let the plunge fall apart from your very fingertips.
Just the plunge. Was that the vampire guys?
It's very in character that Artie would be like, who?
I know, he's like, who was that?
Which
Yeah,
people did we? Oh my god.
Honestly, I got followed by a vampiric lord, and he kind of did his bidding for me. I was being cool. I just wanted the book.
The thing with you mortals
You've
is
seen everything? Like my whole life?
Saw Katja.
I have seen some things. Enough to know that I do not trust you.
I like other women besides green women. I just have to put that out there. That's not really like a thing. I know it seems to be like a pattern, and we've touched down on this recently, but it's not like it's not exclusive. Let's say, you know, I'm open.
He doesn't see color.
You would be wise to stop running your mouth while I attempt to concentrate,
Will do.
or I will
No
stop it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
Artie,
Need
maybe
a
come
little
back
fake
over here,
zipper.
please.
I'm okay, right?
As she is concentrating on the blade, she looks up at the rest of you and she says, "So, I do not believe you are here as supplicants. What are you here for?"
Claudia looks at Valen.
I
I
don't
do a little zipper
know.
over my mouth.
I don't know that it's entirely accurate to say that we are not here as supplicants, for there is that which we need and for which we might bargain.
Yet, you seem to already have a bargain in place.
Sorry,
Mhm.
1 second while I remove this tiger from.
Pocket.
Very hard to focus on negotiating while that's happening. Um, there are there's room for more than one deal in the world.
She
I don't think anything that we've agreed to is exclusive.
like glances up from the sword. And you can see like what's the word I'm looking for?
Skepticism.
No, that's not the word. Disdain.
I was thinking that word.
Can I ask something about the tree, the big tree?
Yeah?
So the spider said that this tree used to drink sunlight and sing with sap and be happy, but now it's all full of her poison and corruption. How does this tree look to me? Is it healthy? Is
Good
it full of
question.
corruption and lies?
Roll a nature check.
Okay.
Get that nature.
Oh, that's int. Oh, well, that was
Yeah.
almost a 19, but instead it's a 14. You know what? Ooh, I kind of want to re-roll it.
Follow your heart.
I'm
Tree.
gonna do that. I have 2 inspiration, I think. That's way better. Just kidding. 17.
That's better.
At a glance, the tree looks healthy. But there are details that you, as an experienced ranger, make a note of. There are cracks in the bark that seep with dark sap that at a glance would mean nothing. Maybe wildlife nested there. Maybe some creature had hidden the spoils before winter there. But they are not from an outer force. The tree looks like not diseased, but it doesn't look healthy. It looks like something is altering it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know if corruption is the right word, but it doesn't look entirely whole. Additionally, you make a note, there is no sun in the sky. Pyrrhus and Tyrrhus are not of note anywhere out here. The sky shows at the moment 11 different moons passing overhead. You said something, but it did not come through the mic.
I said that's a lot of moons, real quietly.
It is a lot of moons.
Okay, thank you. Well, Gideon gets up off his knee because he's old and
Aw,
she's not buying it.
crit
Anyway. Is the grove itself also defying you?
She looks up at you and she says, of course it isn't. This is but a relic of a bygone age. The last of a resistance.
A resistance against what?
She looks around. The Mist Court, where you stand.
So this tree resisted against the current leader? Not you. Something before you?
Keleth?
Kelith?
This tree is an anchor. This tree is one of the few things in this realm that will always be where it is.
Sounds useful.
It is unique. You have all been asking many questions, but you have not answered me honestly even once.
I feel like Artie was very honest. Probably too honest.
What?
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of fixated on the blade. What do you want us to answer?
You have a bargain already, yes?
Do we? I look back at the group. Artie was not paying attention during the spider situation, so he's genuinely.
Genitally. I like the other one
Oh,
better.
we need to get back family. And we're just trying to survive. It's about the two things I know. For sure.
The
That's probably
trees.
honest.
The trees have told me that Viscati wishes to break the subjugation.
Like the cookies?
Biscotti.
Do you really think that's what I said?
I don't know.
Because I will
That's
just
only
kill you all
Viscati I
now
know.
and save myself the trouble.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody else should take the lead here. I don't know what she's talking about.
That is the name that I said. It had nothing to do with cookies. Jesus fucking
Okay.
Christ.
But
I was talking about
cookies.
biscotti cookies earlier today.
I also heard biscotti and I was like, that can't be that. It can't possibly be that.
Is that like the name of
Well-
the spider, I guess, maybe?
That's what I would assume.
her?
I don't think the spider introduced herself.
Yeah, I don't think she
No,
told us her name.
Yeah.
formally intro. Who's Bella? Who's Viscotti?
You don't know that name.
No, I'm asking her. Who's Viscotti?
You would dare make a deal with someone without learning their name?
That
You
doesn't
foolish mortals. You are so
Sometimes.
lost outside of your depth.
That's very
Probably.
true.
Yeah. Yeah, really.
I cannot see any of you being of any real use to me.
Well, you haven't said what you wanted. Hi, I'm Claudia.
See, that's good. Oh, did she say her name? I whispered to Claudia.
What?
Did she say her name yet?
That lady?
Yeah.
Claudia points at the woman.
This is not good.
We're
Yes,
doing great.
Sylandra.
We're doing
What?
great.
Are you not aware of why we're here? Already?
No, not really. Yeah, we're here to get Gideon's niece.
I mean, that's accurate.
That is why we are
Can I-
here.
I wish to
She's
know
still
the
touching the blade.
terms of your... Yes, she is. I wish to know the terms of your deal with Vescati, the matriarch of the spiders.
Oh,
She's
oh,
talking to the
that-
spider lady now.
oh, yeah. I don't know.
That-
Didn't we kind of
You
just...
want that information? What will you give in trade for it?
That information is necessary to begin a trade.
Hmm.
For I have heard rumors.
Fucking Gallo.
Yeah, was it Gallo? He needs to shut the fuck up.
He's so messy. I love him. Ah,
Gallo watches Jersey Shore
I
confirmed.
think I get this. I mean, we're not ever planning on going back there. We kind of just didn't want to get eaten. To my
Yeah.
knowledge, at least. That's the general
So
gist I
you
got.
have made a deal that you would break with one.
I didn't make a deal. I kind of just thumbs up and kept it moving.
I
I'm gonna be
see
honest,
the
I'm a little
relics
fonder
of a
details.
deal in your mind, you foolish gnome.
I gotta pay attention more.
We
He
should not
wasn't
have gotten
paying
so
very much
close there.
attention, I think, is the message that we're coming away from this with. And I think that assuming we all live to see tomorrow, that may be something that we need to talk to him about. But in the meantime,
Read your contract.
are-
before you sign it.
we are
The threads are bound in his memory. The strings are there, whether he understands them or not. The realm does not care.
Shit, I really gotta pay attention.
do these dryads that are here waiting look like the original one? We fought the hag?
No.
Uh-huh.
They have similar masks, but it's not the same.
Okay.
You get the feeling there's lots of dryads here.
Mhm.
Artie, Artie, did you give your memories to her freely?
She just
I
tapped him. She took
kinda
those
did.
without
really
consent.
asked. She just kind of cast
She just went.
identify on him, basically.
So
Shit,
how
this
is that?
my neck.
Seems like you've gotten something from us that you haven't, but you already have information that you took without asking.
That is hardly the case. He came into my realm, offered his knowledge willingly, so I took it.
Willingly? I wouldn't say that was willing. What I did last night, that was willing. Yeah.
I'm
Well,
aware.
That, you kind of took that.
he offered
You
his
still have it, do
expertise
you
on
not?
the sword.
Perhaps he should be more careful with his wording in the future.
It's a good point.
I don't think that's going to be an argument we'll win.
No, no.
How
I'm
much
cool
does
moving
this,
past it.
how much does this Archfey look like she weighs?
Are you gonna catapult her?
She a
God.
thicky Vicky?
I'm asking
Jesus.
questions.
Rolling.
Wait,
Perception.
wait. I'm gonna do a thing as a ranger.
Is this a ranger sense? How much does she weigh?
I mean, listen, Hunter Sense is an action. I can immediately learn whether a creature has any damage immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities. I'll do that, but also, like, how much I think she weigh.
I need to know why that's so important.
We'll
We'll
find
find
Know
out.
the
I
thought
think.
process.
Don't worry about it.
Ah!
Okay, roll me a perception check.
I don't have to do that. I just get to do this a certain number of times per long
You just
rest.
get to
Oh,
know.
or
Okay, I mean,
I'll roll
Isn't
for
it
the how much she weighs.
that's what I'm asking for. You know the other stuff. That's fine.
19.
You estimate she weighs somewhere between 180 and 220 pounds.
Okay.
It is a
Dick.
thicky Vicky.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
We're gonna throw her away.
You are aware that she's resistant to cold, to cold, charm effects. She cannot be put to sleep. She is resistant to physical damage, piercing, bludgeoning, slashing.
Including magical.
Yes.
Thank you.
She's not vulnerable to anything. That's what you
I'm
get.
not immune to anything. Okay.
She's
Sleep.
definitely not vulnerable
She's
to
immune to
bullshit.
sleep.
The psychic damage that is already, though, that goes in full.
That's a vulnerability for most. So
I kind of just want to shoot her.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
gonna.
don't know. I think we may have botched this.
Um.
This is a botched job, guys.
I mean, at the point where she's
could
telling
just
us that
leave.
she already knows that we're full of
Yeah.
shit, yes, I think so.
I mean, what is the course of action you
question
guys
is
are going
whether-
to take? She's not making a first move. She's
Yeah.
The question is whether we try to talk our
Already
way out of
grabbed
this
the
or
sword.
not, and we are definitely negotiating at a disadvantage.
Yeah. How fixated is Artie actually on the sword?
pretty fixated. He's like, even if he's
He
looking
knows
at
it's
Velen, he
hurt.
kind of keeps glancing back at it. He's just looking for her to remove her hand from it, pretty much.
My God, what is it gonna grab it?
She's not touching it.
Oh,
Oh,
Get it,
I-
Her
Artie.
I thought he was
her
touching it the
fingers
whole
have been like an inch over it as she's performing this ritual
She's
the
just,
whole
like,
time.
vibing.
I
at it.
kind of want her just not within that like reach. That's kind of what I'm
Already
waiting for
message
at the
Claudia.
moment.
She'll kick her in the chest. Like,
No,
I'm ready to go, man.
I need to know what it is that you're trying to accomplish
This
here.
is what me.
Yeah, you.
I'm pretty much waiting until she stops touching or casting her
You gotta piss her
identify,
off enough.
and I'm going to attempt to do something to try to like message the sword the words, but I don't want it in her immediate, like if it unlocks, I don't want her to just be able to grab it if that's not the case, to where it like binds to me or something, you know?
You need to grab it and say the word, my dude.
Yeah.
Get that great sword with your
Just
tiny
do it
little
now.
gnome
Just
finger.
grab it. Just grab it and say the word before she can do anything else.
Oh my God.
I mean, I'm not doing that. I'm going to get thrown. I can't even like, get up to that. I would have to like put my backpack down and step up onto the table.
Okay, well, tell a taller
Oh
person
my
then.
God.
Okay.
So-
You're
How does
trying.
work?
You're trying to find a moment where you can. I don't think I understand. You're like. You
He wants
think
to activate
The
it while
word that
she's
I got
not
on the
close
hilt,
enough,
well, she's not like
so that she
within the
can
realm
grab
of
it with it
stacking it.
activated.
Yeah.
okay?
I'm just waiting for an opening. Like it doesn't have to be anything immediate or like right this second. I'm just waiting for an opening, and if I see it, just let me know.
What does an opening look like?
Her to step away from it, look away, maybe grab something from the cart behind her, any kind of adjustment.
She's looked
I
up
might just
at Gideon and Velen and Tess a number of times. If that's the sort of opening you're talking about, or is it something more than that?
let me try something. I'm gonna talk.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna be
talk.
honest. I was probably there when they made the deal and all that. I get that. I don't know I honestly don't remember the specifics of the deal. You probably know better than I do. I don't really care about the spider lady. That's such a cool sword. I really want to help you out with this. At least let us kind of, so you don't kill us, allow me to be useful, maybe. It could still be useful.
Do you know what is so tiring for me about those of you who come from the prime material?
No.
There are no rules. You don't care about what word you break and what word you keep. You don't mind ruining a bargain or severing the ties you make in the word of iron that binds you to this land. It is exhausting. Frustratingly so.
You know, I know I have my flaws. But if we're talking about bonding to iron, that's what I do. Yeah, I think you might have meant it like metaphorically. I mean it literally. Let us be useful.
This is the inherent conflict between order and chaos. Artie,
Isn't it though?
you can't solve it just by wanting to fix a sword real bad.
I just smile.
But your surmise is correct. She does want to lift the subjugation. And that is the nature of the deal we made.
The truth is freeing, if even just a partial one.
The deceit does not seem to be serving us.
It vibrates throughout this world like a broken string. What is fucking happening in the chat right now? Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, Villain's right. So either we can just.
Yeah, chips and lie.
Funny.
If you would be so kind as to lay out the terms of your deal with Vescati, perhaps we can arrange one that is mutually beneficial for us.
I thought you didn't like that.
There can be a time frame. Deals can be flexible in the order and time in which they are enacted.
That's so.
I don't like many things.
Are you gonna tell us to beat somebody up? Because, like, I feel like we're doing a lot of that.
No.
The only true goal that we had in coming to the Feywild was to retrieve something that was taken by the Pale King. Everything that we have done since we arrived here has been, I want to say, in aid of that. I suppose some of what we have done is blundering about, but our only wish here is to retrieve what was taken and hopefully to return back to the prime material where we belong. The terms
Most
of the deal
you
that
belong.
Velen grins and she kind of side glances at Tess, and then she looks back and she says, "Where we choose to be."
Sylandra
So-
looks confused.
The terms of the deal that we made.
I forgot the terms.
Weren't we supposed to just walk her to a bridge?
No, we're supposed
her
to
on the
get
bridge.
her on the webs. How far are the
Yeah.
webs above us right now, Mr.
I've
Snidely
been
Mustache?
waiting-
They're all
I've been
back
waiting-
behind you,
Just
dropping from the
because-
trees.
Come this way to
That was
discuss
our
the
only-
terms.
Over
I
the
just
top.
don't. Like
Hold on,
Velen has made
hold
a choice
on.
here.
Jesus Christ.
Velen has made a choice here where she does not think that lying to this
No.
this Fae
Yeah.
is helping anymore.
We're not pulling that off.
No, it's we've been made. The cover has been blown.
So
We are
what's
up?
now.
In the moment of confusion, Sylandra looks at you, Tess, that Velen looked back at. Are you two from the Fae? I
No.
was considering the Wolfkin among you.
Huh? What? Are you talking about me?
You are native to this realm, are you not?
No, I was born up in the Prime, I think.
The deceit does not stay here, it seems.
What? Do you know
I'm-
something I don't?
It
That seems-
appears I might.
Wait, okay, before we talk about spider bullshit, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, now we have a bargaining chip, don't we? It is
when you touch-
clear he learned something, and I know something you wish to know.
When you touched Artie, could you see his memories?
Yes.
Did you see them from his perspective?
Yes.
You deserve an Oscar
Wow.
for that simple read.
Sorry.
Good. Good shit.
Would you be able to see where I came from?
You would willingly show me your mind?
If you told me the truth.
I can
There's
only.
truth in truth, Claudia. Maybe
I want to know this.
maybe you should have an internal discussion before you do that.
What would I gain from that? Restraint?
Protection?
Points at your necklace.
I got the reference already. I'm I'm wondering the benefit.
It's up to you. I'm just saying.
I can tell
What-
you that which your heart most desires to know.
You know.
What
you
did we talk about when we first got here?
She didn't offer important shit then.
Well, it wouldn't be very tempting if they were offering bullshit, Claudia.
What do you want for this information?
Well, that is a good question. I want to know what he knows, what he learned.
She looks at you, Artie.
That's a pretty general question. What do you mean? Like, what I learned so far in this past couple minutes is I should really pay attention when we're dealing with, important information.
I want to know
and the importance
what
of him.
you learned about this blade. For I must have it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, if I know how to actually do something to lift that curse, I think that's a little more valuable than telling Claudia, which you already told her, because you pretty much already told her she's a fae.
Did I?
Which,
You
yeah,
might
I
know-
thought, am I
tell
not
me where
reading
my
between the lines correctly?
parents are.
She can't see everything. She could just see your memories.
We don't know what she can and can't see.
Okay.
Sorry if this is important to me specifically.
I wouldn't underestimate the power of the Fae. That will not get us
Is
anywhere.
this what you
good.
guys want to bargain for? I thought maybe using like a little bargaining to maybe help us get to the Cold King.
Yeah, that's important
Pale
too, but this
King.
is important.
Yeah. Let's weigh them out.
If you would
There's room
like.
for more than one deal in the world.
If you would like.
Uh-huh.
You said your name was Claudia?
Yeah.
Come here.
She looks kind of back at the voice of reason, Gideon.
You're
You
muted.
muted yourself.
If it's important to you, he's not going to stop you.
Tess
He is, though.
Tess is what?
Tess is shaking her head.
Balance just got her eyebrows up. She's not saying anything else. She gave you her perspective.
Come here and allow me to take a look. Once I have looked, I will know if what I know is of value or not.
Well, you said be careful with what you think you're agreeing to. You only tell me the truth?
I have only spoken the truth, and I will only speak the truth.
And you will tell me everything you see?
If you bargain for it.
Sylandra gestures toward Tess as she says that.
Claudia,
Which I guess already would be an opening as she
Yeah,
uses her hands to gesture
You
at
can
Tess.
take the plot into your own hands, Artie.
No, I'm not gonna interrupt this. There's just gonna be more moments.
Okay.
Things have developed.
Things have
Things have
changed.
developed.
Like what, Tess?
Claudia, we have a lead. We could track it down ourselves. You don't need to defer to a different person with more power than you. She's looking very specifically at the Bloodwell vial. Not in this circumstance. You have a choice.
You're talking about getting Simon?
Yes.
Feels like a pretty hard choice when the answer could be right here.
I understand, but
I mean, isn't she just suggesting she do what she already did to Artie, and none of us are wigging out about that? I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking.
I don't know anything special. Not to disparage what you could learn from me, but I don't know if it's much. What do
You
you
don't
get
know-
out of this? She asks Sylandra.
My domain is the mind. What I know. The more memories I gather, the more knowledge I can obtain. Knowledge is power. I grow in strength. Your life, your history, enriches mine. And a debt from a mortal is always useful.
A debt?
This is a bargain.
One that we would resolve. Quickly.
Yes,
It wouldn't linger.
that is
If
the
you
deal.
take memories, do I get to keep them or are they gone forever?
I do not take them. I merely look. Our
I
good
remember.
friend Gallo is the one who takes them.
Yeah, I noticed. What did you say, Frog?
I don't know.
Shares them a lot too.
Yeah.
When you grow as old as we, entertainment can be hard to find.
Tess,
That
if
makes
my
sense,
parents
actually.
are in the Feywild, I might be able to find them while we're here.
What? She's not like a psychic. She could just see your memories. I don't know which. If you want to
She might see
maybe
things
see
I
that.
forgot,
Okay.
or I'm too young to remember.
Can I fiddle with the sword while you guys are doing this, Miss Sylandra?
Just like a fidget cube, but it's a
Roll
whole
a
ass sword.
persuasion check.
Oh yeah, I'm good at these.
Good thing you're proficient.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm really good at these. 23.
It seems as though the idea of looking into Claudia's memories has completely taken Solandra's attention away from the sword, at least for the moment, and she just kind of waves a dismissive hand as she's all the focus is on Claudia.
Go up to the edge of the table. I stand on my little book bag, and I like kind of move the sword towards me. I'm just inspecting it. I'm not doing anything crazy just yet.
Okay.
Just looking at craftsmanship on it, edges. Am I able to lift this thing?
Did you say you
Yes.
chew on the edges?
No,
It
I'm just
is
looking at the-
incredibly lightweight
Like you
for
bite
how
a
big
gold
it is.
coin.
Okay.
Wee, woo, wee.
I'm kind of just like lifting it, balance. I'm gonna try to like balance it on my finger and stuff, all while they're doing their thing. Let you continue on with her thing. I'm just finally investigating it.
Well, Claudia,
Claudia looks really torn and she just says, "Let me think about it for a minute. Please."
we have all the time that you need. And yeah,
No,
yes, Gideon?
that's fine. No, it's fine. Keep
Okay.
going.
You all see Sylandra, like, she's wearing a mask, but you can see her mouth, and she kind of, like, looks hungrily at Claudia, as Claudia's thinking.
Ugh.
I need to know what's
Are
happening next.
there spiders in the trees above us?
Roll an investigation.
18.
It's good.
If there are, they are incredibly well hidden. Velen, are you doing anything in this moment? As Claudia mulls this over.
Velen is resisting the urge to like chew on her own knuckle. She's just trying to be chill. She's trying to not she's basically like willing herself to underreact right now. She's not doing much.
Tess, are you doing anything in this moment?
Tess is watching Claudia. And I think she is kind of worrying her holy symbol between her fingers.
Claudia, what are you thinking in this moment?
She's pretty like her focus was on their original mission in the Feywild, but then it got weirdly personal suddenly, miraculously. And she's kind of like entering a bit of desperation because this is all she's wanted for a long time.
Yeah. In this moment, as your mind is racing, you hear, may I give you a piece of input here?
Oh, yeah.
No matter how appealing, no matter how powerful the allure, do not ever make a deal with a Fae.
It never comes out in your favor, does it?
No, there is always a hidden string. It is always an attractive lure to a much more powerful hook.
It's not like I can enter in a pact with her. You've already called dibs.
A pact is likely not what she has in mind.
But it would hurt.
It would dominate you. If I had to guess.
Is that gonna happen already?
I don't know. Also, not really my problem.
Right, this is yours.
That's kind of what she does since we were sent here. Coo.
Thanks for the
To
advice. Mr.
break
Cowell.
subjugation.
She does. She's good at this. Fuck. Claudia.
He's an
We
arts
talked about this, Claudia.
You've been saying nothing but this since we got here.
Claudia and Artie are just on a completely different wavelength from the rest of the party. Claudia finally kind of like refocuses and looks back up at Sylandra and she says,
No, thank you. I'll find the answers on my own.
As
You
she
s-
says that,
Okay.
in my head, as I'm holding this thing, I'm gonna like cast message to the sword, and I'm gonna say,
You take 5 damage.
"Aethel-" Yeah, it's two. I'm resisting. Okay. Aelfair Mayor. And I say the phrase.
Okay. You immediately understand what you're holding. The
Oh,
instant this happens, the blade reveals itself to you. I'm going to send you a page. D&D Beyond.
sword, Artie.
Magic sword.
Respect to Blade Song.
As you understand, the blade, you understand that as a magic wielder, as someone who controls magic and can use it proficiently, the sword is not meant for you.
When you say not meant for me, it's just not like a dex weapon, and I'm not
It means
proficient.
you cannot attune to it.
Okay.
Oh, it's probably maybe. I don't know.
I can read
Oh,
this out
shit,
loud
yeah.
if you want.
It's
Yeah, share it with the
attended
class.
by a fighter, a barbarian, or a rogue.
Yeah.
It does a
There are a
lot of
couple
cool
of those.
stuff.
At a glance, this single-edged sword appears finely made, but mundane. The edge is sharp, the handle comfortable, and the weight is well balanced. The weapon seems to resist attempts to identify it, but when one manages to do so, they learn the truth of the sword. Aelfair Mare, Wind Spirit in Silvaxi. This blade is ancient in its making, and runes inscribed along the spine of the weapon glow a faint blue. Should one with the ability to comprehend any language read the runic inscription, it reads, in Sylvaxi, I strike with the unseen power this world hid from many, for I, like the wind, am the equalizer. Beautifully balanced, this blade is nimble and light in the hand, despite its length. It seems to dance and slice through the air, and grants the wielder a +2 to attack rolls and damage. It has the finesse property, and increases the range a wielder can critically strike by 1. The elven magic imbued in the blade grants it an additional 1d8 of magical slashing damage when it strikes a target. Additionally, this weapon seems attuned to the ebb and flow of magic in the air around it. It was forged to respond to the weave, and as such, it is granted the following abilities. Windlash Retaliation. If the wielder succeeds a saving throw against a spell or magical effect within 30 feet of the caster, the wielder may then spend their reaction to make a melee weapon attack on the origin of that saving throw using Elthir Mare, regardless of distance. The damage type for this reactionary attack is entirely force, and cannot be reduced in any way. Windweave Dispersion. Once per long rest, the wielder of Elthir Mare may speak its name into the air while in the presence of a magical effect, and cast Dispel Magic at 5th level on that effect.
This thing is so cool.
Wind Investiture. Once per short rest, when the wielder of Elthir Mare uses their specific class ability, Action Surge, Reckless Attack, or Sneak Attack, Elthir Mare invests its power into their blows, adding 2d8 force damage to all of their attacks until the end of their next turn.
This thing is the tits.
Damn.
Artie,
Eat it.
Artie, you understand this weapon
Yep.
is designed to fight casters.
Yep, this thing is awesome.
Does anything happen in the split second where
talk
Claudia
about
says no and already activate?
Yeah, so what
sword.
happens as soon as Claudia says no, Sylandra, you see like her face, which had a slight quirk of a smile to her lips, suddenly the mouth just goes flat. A shame. Then, it seems as though the rest of you have a bargain you must fulfill, don't you? And then she looks up, and in Sylvan, which many of you speak, she just says, "Intruders."
Oh.
And we are rolling initiative.
Shit.
Ding ding.
So, with that,
We got the baby slayer.
Fuck.
I need everybody to roll initiative, please.
Oh, good initiative. Good initiative.
Roll good.
No, I did
I
not
rolled
roll
pretty
good. I rolled so bad. I'm gonna
I was
die.
talking about myself, bro.
Emily, you got 19 inspo. Let me get a reroll.
You'll be fine.
I do want to
Initiative?
reroll this actually.
Reroll your initiative? You can have it.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, go for it.
Thank you. I'm out of inspos. Much better. Double, almost double. More than double.
Triple.
Not true.
No, not quite that
Ooh,
much.
Look at all those
Math is
dicey
hard.
dues.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be rough.
Oh, Tana
Yep.
with her 5. She's a 16 dex. She just rolled real bad.
Happens.
It happens.
Artie, what was your new initiative?
16.14.
Thank you. A new initiative begins. And it starts with Sylandra.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
That's unfortunate.
As she stands tall, she seems to grow darker, as if shadow climbs behind her. I need a wisdom saving throw from Artie, Claudia, and Velen.
Oh, boy.
Is this magic?
It's not a spell. It is a magical effect.
Is it magic?
Yes.
Because I have... Okay. I have against magic, not spells.
That's a 9. Good luck, everybody else.
I'm at 25.
17.
Velen and Artie, you succeed. Claudia, you are affected by Sylandra's sorrowful presence. You feel this terrible, clawing fear, and you are charmed by Sylandra.
Oh, man.
While charmed in this way, you have a disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws. So,
Oof.
that is the first thing that happens on her turn. The next thing that happens, she sees that you are affected by it immediately, Claudia. She looks at you, and she says, Claudia, would you kindly please strike down the little gnome in my face? And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
I rolled really well. 17 was my lower roll.
You succeed.
Through gritted teeth, she just says, "Fuck you."
She tuts. I said, strike him down. Roll again.
She could do it, but harder?
Yes.
Whew. Is it a disadvantage again?
Yes. You're under this effect until you succeed on a saving throw or a minute has passed.
Oh, 5. Sorry, Artie.
Claudia, you must immediately make an attack on Artie.
Just
Like
you'll
one
be
attack,
fine.
whole action.
Whole action.
What are we doing?
Oh, okay. RIP. 21.
Shield.
Okay.
What the fuck, Claudia?
Shall swing again. 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Silvery barbs.
Silvery bobs!
Okay, I'll roll again.
I'll give Artie the advantage.
Yeah.
Natural 2 for a 12.
Nice.
Yay!
Just clangs off his
Sylandra
shield.
is going to use a reaction. In that moment, Gideon, you suffer a frigid rebuke, and I need you
Ow.
to make a con save.
Okay.
Frigid. She's in league with the ice guy.
Yeah.
No,
I think they're all.
that's just a Fae thing. They do that.
They're just
11.
Okay, you take 20 points of cold damage.
Oof. Ouch. You're resistant to it
I am
Uh-huh.
because of Artie's cloak of
because
hugs
of my
and kisses.
amazing armor.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Sylandra is then going to use a bonus action. She vanishes from right in front of you,
Ah, heck.
and she appears up
Damn, I should
in the
have
heart
kept the
tree.
advantage.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Gideon,
Mm-hmm.
it is now your turn.
Crap. I should have kept the advantage. Oh no.
You definitely should have kept the advantage.
Son of a
I do like
biscuit.
saving throws and shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna say son of a bitch to myself. I am going to concentrate on this woman or Faye where she is up in the tree.
Yep.
And
She far.
yeah. How far?
Over and up. Well, hypotenuse.
How far?
Pythagoras, help!
So
Dude,
she's 45 feet up.
95
Yes.
feet over and 45 feet up.
That's not too bad. That's not too much.
I think it's about 110 feet away.
Oh yeah, that's in my range.
110.
That is in Dilo's Gardens range. Is it in the? Does this thing have a range? Hang on.
I don't know.
Nope.
I don't know what this thing is.
It does. So I'm not doing that because it's 60 feet. Okay. Instead, I am just going to. I'm gonna try to shoot her with Dilo's Garden. So I remember how to do that. There it is. Damn. Anyway. $18.
18 misses.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot again. Pew pew. It's way better. 26.
Hits.
Okay, so I'm going to mark her as my foe. Ignore the sneak attack. Damn. But also I get to add. Wait, which bullshit is this? 1d4, not 6. Okay. All right, so 18, 19, 20, 22.
Hold on. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, it's on air, so the extra would be lightning.
Gotcha.
And with my bonus action, that's 90 feet. That's too far. Oh, shit. I should have done that. Anyway, well, that's an action. Never mind. Okay, I'm going to stay here with Tana. That's my turn.
Okay. Next. 'Tis a mist dryad's turn. Here's what happens. The mist dryad seems to step into the tree and vanish. And then appear next to you, Tess.
Sure.
Then it's going to whack you with a shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits me.
Okay. You take 16 points of damage.
Damn.
And then she's going to swing again. That's a 15 to hit.
That doesn't hit me.
Yeah, I figured. She did hit you. That's it. Okay, Claudia, you're up.
Oh, so her forcing me to attack didn't waste
It's
my turn.
not a no. It's not your turn.
I love that for me. Okay, so she is going. You said skill checks and saving throws are at disadvantage, but are my attacks? It's not like
Attacks are
poison.
not.
Great. So she's gonna charge at this cloudy dude. And
As you run up to it,
she
roll me
is-
a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Ever since she said intruders, you immediately are aware. Wind is like buffeting all around. As you fail, you do take some slashing damage.
Is it magic?
Yes.
Heck.
You take 12 points of magical slashing damage as you approach this myrmidon. But
It's
that's all that happens.
so it's halved, so 6.
Okay.
Okay, so now she is going to attack. She'll hex. I'll treat myself. She'll hex first.
Okay.
I'll dabble with the hex.
Oh, so I rolled a 1 for my first hex, but let's see if I hit. Let's splurge a little. She's going to use Talus Touch and Slashy Slash for 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And it does 11 plus that 1 for Hunter's Mark.
12 points of damage. Okay.
She attack again. Natural 20 for 30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Away.
Away! So damage on that is per good. 13. Is it doing the thing? I never know.
I'm looking. No. Okay, so you rolled an 8, so it's 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 5 is 21.
Plus 7 from Talus Touch for the additional critical damage.
28.
Plus my 2d6.
1d6 plus 6.
Yep. 6 plus whatever this roll is. 4, so another 10. Hooray!
As Talot's touch cleaves through the air elemental myrmidon, you actually watch the blade like pass through like what is the myrmidon's face, and it seems as though the entire head just like completely almost like disassociates, like turns into just wind and storm until finally it regathers itself. Looks like that hit very hard. Didn't like that.
She just growls at him because she's big mad. That's her turn.
It makes thunder noises. Okay, Artie, you're up.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
See, you're fine. We're all worried
Yeah,
for
good.
nothing.
You know what? Let's give this bad boy a spin. I take out my wand of vitriolic sphere
Time to melt the heart
Nice.
tree.
and I fucking cast at her. I guess it's gonna hit the heart tree too.
Eh,
But-
That wasn't part of the deal. It was killer,
Yeah.
not save
So
heart
it's gonna be
tree.
a Dex 18 save.
Okay. She has advantage. That is a 21.
Yeah, oh yeah. She still takes half. So
Okay. So just,
It's
what
10.
does this look like?
So as I pull out this wand and I do like a little flicky motion, as it flicks, you see the runes light up on it, and it's like almost like a greenish yet purplish hue coming out of the runes. And you see as like I go to flick it, like a little ball of acid, like gook, trails off
Gook.
it and like literally flicks at it. And as it goes, it starts enlarging, enlarging, enlarging. And when
Ew.
it like hits the designated area, it just acid.
You flicked a
everywhere.
big
20-foot
booger at
radius.
her.
Pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
an enormous sphere of acid that she manages to get out of, and you watch as like the bark is dissolved clean for a moment on the side of the tree.
So it'll be 29 reduced down to 14.
Okay.
I have sympathy, heartburn for the tree.
And oh shit, you said there was shit in the trees. I was about to go over there. I don't want to go over there. I'm going to.
I don't want to get away from me though.
Yeah. What's my movement? 25. I don't want to listen to line either. I'm gonna go here, and then for my bonus action, I'm gonna do nothing. That's my turn.
Okay. Velen, you're up.
So for my action, which I'm going to excuse as the reason why it took Velen so long to get started, is because she was having to pull the bagpipes out of her back. Mouthpiece. And she's going to start the counter charm for her action.
By the way, Claudia, please roll me that wisdom save again.
Got it.
So you are counter charming.
So during that time, I and any friendly creatures have advantage on saving throws against being frightened or charmed. So that's until my next turn. That's going.
Okay.
And then bonus action, Celestial Revelation wings come out. And I'm going to I don't actually want to go anywhere yet because I'm pretty centrally located, and I want, maybe I'll just go a little bit back so that I can hit the folk in the back with the, so yeah, okay, I'm gonna head back a little bit to make sure that Gideon and Teth are in the radius for the bagpipe. And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. It's now this air elemental Myrmidon's turn. Claudia. It surges through you. I need you to make a con
Rude.
save.
Christ. Okay. It's at disadvantage, isn't it?
It is.
I'm gonna roll terribly. 13. No, my lower roll was even worse. 12.
Okay, you take some lightning damage as it
Oh, zappy.
blasts through you, lightning quick. 13. You take 21 points of lightning damage
Oof, ouch.
as it uses its movement to pass through you. And Velen, it ends up
Give
right
some
in
of that
front
to
of
Artie.
you.
Oh.
And it's going to use its flail on you, Velen.
I can't slash for it leaving my range, or did it going through me?
It did not
Just
provoke
qualify that.
attacks of opportunity,
That's-
unfortunately.
okay.
Velen has a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Yep. Velen, you take 11 points of force damage.
Okay.
That's its turn. It's right in front of you. Now that you are in melee with it, Velen, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
They're spicy.
Okay.
Oh.
Velen, you do take 15 points of slashing damage. Just from the
Nice.
wind buffeting you. Buffet.
Very rude.
Tess, it is now your turn. There's a dryad in your face.
There is a dryad in my face. Question Echo. Where
Question
are
answer.
the where are the webs in relation to us right now?
Behind you, off the map over here.
Okay. So like could I theoretically Misty Step up onto them?
No.
I figure they might be higher up than that is possible to do.
I'm going to say for the sake of this combat, the webs are not accessible. They're not on the map.
Okay, so there's not a chance that we can like lure any of these people out in case there are spiders, for
There
example.
might be some spiders in the trees if you.
There might be in the trees, but I don't know. I don't know. The prompt was lure them onto the webway, so I'm like, is there a way that we can still do that? It seems like the answer is no. Cool. In which case,
That course of action is probably not feasible now.
okay. I just wanted to double check.
It was our lack of
Um,
riz.
That's super fair. I am then still going to Misty Step away from this dryad person. And let's see, this air myrmidon is up in Velen's face.
Yep.
I'm gonna Misty Step to flank, and I'm going to Twilight Sanctuary. And Twilight Sanctuary. So typically, Tess's Twilight Sanctuary looks kind of more purpley and has much more of the like kind of like the night edge of Twilight in it. Very specifically, because Twilight is very much of like the sun is going down sort of situation.
Uh-huh.
There is like the kiss of sunlight at the top of her Twilight Sanctuary. There are moons here and there is no sun. There is sun in Tess's Twilight Sanctuary, and it sort of shines out from her in defiance of this kind of false fae Twilight.
Okay. How big is the radius?
30 feet.
All right. Gotcha. So, Claudia, I think Gideon is out of it.
Hooray.
Yep. But
Nice.
everybody else, aside from Tana and Gideon, are within the radius.
I shall roll my d6. Okay, you get d6 plus 10. So Tess adds 12. That is my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, emerging from this treetop, a phase spider, ethereal jaunts over
The
to the heart
bros.
tree
Hell
Get
yeah.
her.
and is going to attack.
Oh, hook me up with that threat.
It rolls a 16 to hit, which misses. It'll try again.
Come on, buddy. Let's
Hits
just
with a
embarrass
22.
There we
All
go.
right, spider.
They were so beastly in our fight against them.
There was also
Were they?
they were
They were kicking our
many.
butts. That's
You
true,
also
they
were
had
in their
advantage
webs.
numbers. Yeah, that did not help us.
Okay. And it's right in melee with her. It's going to try and restrain her with its web, and she saves the shit out of that. Never mind. Okay. This dryad is going to step into the tree and emerge behind you, Gideon.
Don't you tree stride on me.
Dun, dun, dun.
And it's going to try and hit you with its shillelagh. Natural 20.
That hits, for sure.
Silvery
As it do.
barbs.
Okay.
Silvery barbs.
Okay.
And I give it.
Oh,
No, I got it. And I give it to Gideon.
Aw.
I roll again.
hey, he's paying it forward.
How about a
Mhm.
23 to hit?
Behind.
That will hit.
Okay. But as we say, it is no longer a crit. 19 points of force damage. And then she swings again. 25 to hit. Okay. 10 points of force damage.
Okay. Damn.
It's now this other elemental myrmidon's turn. This one is going to surge here. Artie, you're immune to lightning damage. Or no,
Well,
are
I
you
can do a
resistant?
thing.
He's resistant
but I
for
can do
now.
a thing.
Yeah, it passes
Make
through
it
you, so
slower.
it's going to deal some lightning damage to you.
Okay.
You do have to make a dex save regardless of what you're doing.
Mhm.
Or no, con save. Sorry.
Okay. I'll reroll that then. That's way worse, but okay. 15.
Well, can't you just take your 11 and add your modifier for your con save?
I mean, I could.
They both succeed. It's fine.
Okay. Just try and
okay.
be fair.
All right, so 16, 22, 25 points of lightning damage.
I'm going to absorb and retaliate.
Okay.
Now, do they... Yeah, I'm just going to retaliate. I'm not actually going to... One second, let me read this. Gain spells. Not gain additional spell slot. I deal half the damage absorbed, rounded down.
Okay, so it's 25 points of lightning damage.
So I only take 12 then, right? Because I'm resistant.
Correct.
And then he takes 12.
Yes.
Yeah. You looked unsure, and so did I.
Yeah, he takes a little bit of damage. Yes, as do you.
Okay. And if he is resistant, he's not to me. If
He's immune.
He is resistant. Okay, so he's resistant. Gotcha.
Yeah. The entity of pure lightning is immune to lightning. It's
Except
going
if it's Artie.
unless it's Artie. As it's in melee with Artie and Velen, I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay. Is this magic?
No. It's Wimdy.
It's
No.
heckin' windy.
It's heckin' windy, you know? 15?
Success. Velen, that's a failure. Velen, you take 10 points of magical slashing damage.
Alan, you are looking rough.
And then it's gonna swing its magical flail at you, Artie.
Okay.
That misses. It's a 15. Okay.
Swings a little high.
Yeah, it's like not used to fighting gnomes, apparently. Tana is going to do stuff. What stuff, you might ask? That's a good question. Hold on.
You got
That's
this.
so wrong.
Go get a cup of tea. You've earned it.
She's gonna sit this one out, guys.
Trying to decide exactly how she's going to handle this. Okay. Here's what she does. She points at the dryad directly behind you, Gideon, and she casts Cryograsp.
Nice. That's a cool spell.
It needs to make a strength saving throw.
You know why it's a cool spell? Because you made it, Echo.
I did make it. For another PC in a campaign long ago.
Never got to use it on Razgar.
Oof. The dryad fails, and it takes some cold damage. 6, 7, 17 points of cold damage. And she is grappled. So now, another phase spider's turn. Revealing itself from this treetop, it ethereal jaunts opposite the first one.
Hey.
And it's going to make attacks at advantage. Boy, that was dog shit. Okay. It's going to try again. Roll 2 2s. That hits. Okay, Sylandra takes 10 points of piercing plus... trash. Okay. 4 points of poison. And it fails the grapple. Okay, cool. It's now Sylandra's turn. Sylandra, finding herself in between two face spiders, is not very happy about that. She steps into the tree, which seems to be a thing many of these creatures can do. And she appears on the ground near you, Claudia.
Oh boy.
Let's see. As she appears, she holds her hands out as if offering you something. But you recognize that she is performing somatics. And then a horrible, brittle wind flows out from her. And I need a constitution saving throw from...
Oh my god, is she cone of colding us?
She is cone of colding you.
Oh, Velen's triggered.
Artie.
Okay, it does not quite
No,
reach...
I've got my cloak.
Oh, Gideon,
I'm-
you're so fucking lucky.
That's true, but it has killed you.
It has killed me.
Okay, everyone but Gideon and Tana need to make con saves.
Why is that disadvantage?
It
Yep.
is.
The elemental, is this magic? I get advantage?
It is magic. It is Cone of Cold.
It's a spell.
Magic.
Do you have like a, one of those cool wizard things that rhymes with?
Oh,
Mounter
counterspell?
Mel?
Bounter Bell.
Or sorry, can't use
Counter Gel?
I used
Cowbell?
I used my reaction already.
You son of a bitch!
I thought
I
about
think
the
I think I
yeah.
might want to re-roll this. I have a good con
Also,
save. I have a
We've
I got
we
a
D4 of our saving throws, right? If we had sex.
Yep.
well, I didn't have sex.
Oh, I
Oh, I
forgot about the
forgot about
D4.
Yep.
Echo, I'm re-rolling with my 1 inspo.
Got it.
Too bad I did not have sex last night.
So, but the moral of the story is have sex with strangers. It will always benefit
Yeah.
you.
Or with
23.
your
I could've
partner.
tried to pull that.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh,
I rolled worse.
You take the higher.
Fuck.
Like,
I know, but that's irritating. A 4 and a 5. But plus 9. God damn it.
it do be like that sometimes.
Oh, I'm a chilly bitch.
It's gonna hurt. Do the air elementals take damage?
no.
They're fucking cold immune.
No, they're not.
Cold immune and lightning immune?
Oh, maybe she just chooses. I don't know. It's her.
She
her
has
grove.
spell shaving or something.
Evocator.
Maybe she's a special.
She seems pretty powerful, guys. I don't know how to tell you this. Seems like she can choose who gets hit by the spell. But I rolled dog shit, so you take 21 points of
Hooray.
cold damage on a fail.
It's still out.
10 on a success.
10. Okay, that's not bad.
Okay.
What's
You know?
success? Success is
10.
what?
10.
No, but like, what is this? What's the DC for success?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me look at the con saves here. Artie succeeds, Claudia
resisted.
fails, Velen fails, Tess, you rolled a d4. I don't see anything else.
I rolled a 19. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, you succeed.
I don't know
Okay,
why I
so
didn't-
Claudia failed and everybody else succeeded. Except for Velen.
No, Velen did not. Velen only took 10 because of being
Yeah.
resistant to cold because of the mantle.
Yep.
The nice thing that, yeah.
Okay. Yep, that's what happens there. It was kind of a disappointing clone of cold, honestly.
For me.
Sorry, I
And
didn't
then-
die. Jeez.
I mean, when you roll like 8d8 and you get 21 damage, it's kind of like
No.
It feels bad.
Feels bad,
Feels
man.
bad.
it does feels bad, Brunt. And then Sylandra goes invisible.
Fuck her.
Nice.
That might have been on the table if you had better Riz. Gideon, you're up.
Heavens.
Hmm.
You guys let Artie talk.
Super not the right
We
angle.
did. That was the problem.
Well, since
In my
she
defense, he
just-
was offering to do sortie stuff, and it seemed like a reasonable approach. What do I know?
You gon'
Nothing.
you
I
gonna
have
learn
a
today.
terrible face.
Gideon,
I
it's your
suppose.
turn.
Yeah, since she just disappeared, I suppose I will do something different, and I will pull out my swords real quick and attack
Swing!
this dryad behind me.
Yep,
Fuck.
she's currently grappled. You see ice like slowly climbing up her body.
And I have advantage. Thank you. All right, why did that roll 3? Nobody knows.
Super advantage.
That is
I
weird.
just literally just hit
Conveniently,
shift and it rolled 3.
The highest one is a 16, so you super hit.
Yeah, okay. And then that would be this as damage. 1d6. Oh, I get sneak attack. There we go.
Neck attack.
It counted it. Snack attack.
So 15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to hit her again. Wait.
Yeah, go for it.
I assume a 26 hit.
Yes.
No snack attack this time, which sucks.
So 10 points of damage.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And with my bonus action,
What happened to Artie just now?
What?
Why are you dead?
I didn't do it.
You killed me?
I
I've
didn't
been
touch
planning
you.
this all along.
You just suddenly died. What happened to you?
I'm edit on my sheet. I wanted to look at a spell.
You
a
broke
feature.
yourself, apparently. Yeah, you set your hit points to 0, sir.
Well, that's an action.
What?
Okay, I'm not
Am
doing
I live again?
Uh-huh.
There you go. I was in the edit sheet. I probably could have just went into features.
I'm going to use my bonus action to make an offhand attack
Okay, go for it.
as well. Get
That's
Oh.
things you do. Remember your dual wield
19.
build? Dream?
Hits.
what? What about my dual wield build? Yeah, the one I built once upon a time.
Then you got
Yeah, I
that
remember.
cool bow.
So I do get to add my ability, but it won't be Sneck, so 10. And they take a wound.
You defeat the Dryad.
Oh, I wounded
You made her
to
into
death.
salad.
You wounded her to death.
Gideon's like kind of just like slap chop, like he just carves her up real quick with two swords. It's pretty brutal. And that's my turn.
Okay.
Are you staying there?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay here. Actually,
You were 10
no, I'm not gonna
Good
stay
attack.
here.
You were 10 feet closer to test, you would be in the toilet sanctuary, just saying.
Move
There you
right
go.
there, and that gives me
Well, what
10
do you
hit
say?
points.
The
Okay.
dead Dryad tries to attack with opportunity, but she can't.
No,
Mhm.
she was grappled. She's hugged.
She's dead.
Okay, 14.
death.
She's dead to death.
Dead to death. Like all my enemies.
This Dryad, Gideon, as you're running, is going to point with her quarterstave. And I require a con save, if you don't mind.
No, I'm so old. Okay.
You're so old.
I am. Don't do this to me. Normal con save. Oh my god, spin it. Oh, that's pretty good
You
though.
succeed. So you take half from the blight.
Oh
Oh
god.
god, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Blight,
pretty rough.
Christ.
Ow.
You take 17 points of necrotic damage.
Okay. Hey, only 3 because of those 10 hit points. Good call, Tess.
Did you?
And then the dryad is going to step into this tree and vanish.
I'm gonna hate
Bye.
these shifty bitches.
It's the Fae. Claudia, you're up. Did you roll? Yes. Okay, it's your turn.
Is my wisdom save at the beginning or end of my turn?
End.
Okay. She will use her racial shifting, not her werewolf shifting, to get her more beastly features. It gives her 8 temporary hit points.
Okay.
At the top of the order, and nothing within 30 feet of her can make an attack advantage on her unless she's incapacitated. And
Okay.
she's gonna look around and see if she can sniff out Sylandra.
Roll a straight perception roll.
That's right. Okay. Well, yes. Please roll good. Son of a it teetered off a 19 to a natural 1, so her nose is really clogged with I don't know, fear.
Okay.
You
You have no idea where she is.
She's gonna think to Talo, you haven't been able to eat much of what we've come across, but do you eat manipulative bitches? And
I can certainly try.
great. She's going to go over to this windy.
I cannot eat
a-hole.
this.
Not well, yeah. Save it for the bitch. And she is going to attack this guy.
Perhaps amongst myrmidons, it's a bitch.
He looks bitchy. 18 to
Hits. I do need you to make a dex save as you get into melee with it.
hit. 8 for that.
Okay.
And my dex save is at disadvantage. Oh, natural 1 was my first roll. Can't get worse than that.
Dude.
God damn. It's a bad round for Claudie.
You do take 6 points of magical
Ouch.
slashing damage.
Second attack.
Go ahead.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That still hits.
Uh, 7 damage. And I will happily take Tess's Twilight Sanctuary. I rolled a 6. Thank you, Tess.
At the end of your turn, roll me a wisdom
Checking.
save. It is a straight roll because of counter charm.
Yay,
Oh,
I
thank you.
help.
Thanks, Velen.
Counter charm has been so clutch.
Natural 19 for 22.
You are
Yay.
no longer affected by the sorrowful presence.
Hooray.
Oh.
I feel like myself again.
Artie,
Okay.
That's me.
it is your turn.
Oh, God. It's bunched up. Not a fan. Not a fan. All right, so I didn't realize this, but I have slow, and all of my spells with radius are doubled. So I have an 80-foot cube. Oh shit,
No.
she's not here. I don't see her.
She
anymore.
could be. We don't
Oh,
know.
the dryad.
You could potentially
Well-
drop it on her.
Yeah.
Let me just read the wording. Each target. Blah, 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 blah. You alter time around up to 6 creatures of your choice. So I guess maybe if I put it in, she's in the cube. She's my
Mhm.
choice.
It doesn't say you have to
How do
see
I
her.
make an 80-foot cube? It's just
Your range is
not
double? That's cool as
That's
hell.
an elementalist feature.
Cool
it's
as
really big.
hell.
whoa. But I'm gonna back it on up a little bit. I don't know how to move this.
Okay. Where are you
But,
putting it?
You know,
Pretty much like here, and then another 80-foot. The whole place, the entire place. You get the
What
drift.
are you doing here? What is this?
Slowing.
casting
He's
slow.
slowing.
It's an 80-foot cube because it's normally 40, but I have double radius.
Of what?
Of slow.
Slow.
Oh,
Slow.
slow. Jesus, thank you.
Slow. So this whole area, I didn't make the box.
Yeah, I understand.
It's a wisdom 18.
And you're
There's 6
selecting
creatures.
if
doesn't
Sylandra's
up
in
to
the
6
thing?
creatures.
Myrmidons. Yeah, if she's in the cube, I guess she's affected. The Dryad, the Myrmidons, and her.
The Dryad is not in the cube.
Okay.
Than her.
Do you want me to draw the cube better?
No, I fucking see the cube. She's not in it. I got it. Yes.
I'll do more.
I will
Right now,
roll
fill it
the
in.
applicable slow.
One at a time.
What's the save?
18 whiz.
Okay. The Myrmidon surrounded succeeds.
Succeeds? That's not
Yeah.
supposed to happen.
Sorry, bro.
That's-
The Southern Myrmidon fails.
okay.
What about that shifty bitch?
That shifty bitch hella
She's
succeeds.
not in the-
God damn it.
She is
Okay.
somewhere in that cube.
Nice. Good to know.
Good to know. Burn it all,
Narrows it down.
guys.
That
Okay,
definitely narrows it
so
down.
this guy is slowed.
Which one? That's what. Perfect. I'm gonna run away from him because he can't take a reaction.
You run right into Sylandra.
You
Yeah,
pass
help me.
through him?
Oh, well, like I would go around him.
But he likes that juice, don't you?
No, I
already?
don't like it anymore. No.
Okay.
I don't. Here, 1 second. 1 second. You ready? Boom! I go under Velen's legs.
Okay.
Do
It is
that.
an important
Like-
distinction.
Yeah, no, you are correct. You are correct. And that's my turn. I roll a d6 for temp HP. That's good. What is it? Plus 10?
Yeah.
14. Cool. That's my turn.
Velen.
Hmm?
It's a me.
Yes.
Well, the first thing I'm gonna do, is use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself. Because ow.
Another cone of cold like that, and you'll be another Velensicle.
Yeah. Don't want
Oh
that to
shit,
happen.
yeah, I probably should have got out of the way of that, huh?
We don't know where
Well,
she is.
I don't know where she
Yeah,
is, so we
she's
can't really
somewhere
get
in
at
an
her.
80-foot cube.
Yeah. That
Um,
shitty.
My radar is not very effective today.
yeah.
That's
And
a fact,
then
that's-
I'm going to use this psychic lance to try to locate her.
Ooh, she's
smart.
definitely in range.
Yeah,
You
she'll
know her
probably make
name.
a save though. But I gotta try.
You have to try.
So I basically I utter the creature's name. If they're within range, it becomes the spell's target. Intelligence saving throw, psychic damage. So it's a DC 17.
Okay.
Still do damage, sure.
She's almost certainly gonna make it, but I
She rolled a 15 on the die, which does succeed.
Ah,
She still takes damage.
She does take half
on a
damage.
successful save, she takes half damage and isn't incapacitated. So just she gets the ow, which is
You roll pretty good.
11.
Okay.
such a cool spell.
And I think only one of these things that is sandwiching me is slowed.
The one to your bottom.
The one with the exclamation point and question mark is slowed.
Okay, so I can move. I'm gonna move just here. So I'm not leaving the threat range of this one,
Okay.
but I just get out of the way. So I'm not in a sandwich anymore, basically.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Have you end your turn
Roll a
within melee range of this Myrmidon?
Yep.
I need a dexterity saving throw, please.
D6 also.
About to undo the.
Ooh.
Apparently he rolled good.
18.
Oh, but you succeed. So you dodge it,
That's good.
Hooray!
which is good. You don't take 18 points of magical slashing damage.
Roll a D6 for being in Twilight Sanctuary.
It is now this Myrmidon's turn. It
Oh yeah.
surges. It turns into lightning and surges through
Ooh.
Tess.
Spicy.
Uh,
Hate that.
yep.
Don't like.
Sorry,
Not
I
a
need you
fan.
to make a con save.
Yep. It's not. Is this magic? No.
I mean, it
You have
kinda.
you have spell.
Oh, it's not a spell. It is. It is definitely not a spell. It
Okay,
just
well,
is an
24.
elemental thing. It does. Yeah, you succeed. You do take half.
I don't know why my rolls aren't going through, guys. I'm sorry. I keep trying to
That's okay.
make it.
Okay, so that's 11, 19, 27 points of lightning damage, halved. So you take
Oof.
13.
Wow, I hate that.
And then it's going to bonk you with a flail. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits me.
Okie doke. Hold on. I've lost my dice. There it is. You take 19 points of force damage.
Ooh.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Tess is getting
What's your health at? Because it looks like you're fine.
27.
Okay.
I just updated it.
Tess,
That
it's now your
looks-
turn.
that's good.
Oh wait, hang on. No, 37. I'm at 37. Okay. Tess is gonna look over her shoulder at Velen, and is going to kind of look apologetic for a second and says, "I really don't mean for this to be weird." And
I
then
hope it's
she's
the
gonna
Guardian.
summon Celestial Velen.
Yes.
she's gonna
This
touch
is
her
weird.
little Magos abacus and summon, and she's gonna like be really trying to make it not be in Xena armor, and it's just skimpier this time.
It just got
Uh,
more thirsty.
This time it is the defender. It is the defender type, so it has a mace.
Where are you putting it?
And it she's gonna be right here.
Mark.
And she's going to
Why doesn't it
kind of like
tokenize it? Hold on a minute. Let me fix that.
she's gonna lay Velen, giant celestial Velen is going to lay its hands on regular sized Velen. And cast
Mhm.
healing touch for 2d8. Oh, 2d8 plus the spell's level, so 2d8 plus 5. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 back to you, Velen. And then it is going to twice bonk this Myrmidon guy, which is with my spell attack, right?
Nope. D20 plus 5.
D20 plus 5? Okay. D20 plus 5. So that's a 17
That
for the
misses.
first one.
Oof.
That's 3 for the second one. Does not hit.
I'm afraid not.
Like my rolls.
And then she is going to mass healing word. So everybody within 60 feet away
Nice.
gets 9 back.
Wait, no,
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry. I've misread it. It is your spell attack modifier as a bonus to hit.
I thought it was my spell attack. That's what we did last time. Do you want me to go with those same rolls?
The
12
first
and-
one hits, the second one misses. So
Okay, first one hits. Great. First one hits. That is 1d10, and then it's
plus
1d10
3.
plus 3. And then if it hits, plus the spell's level, 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level of radiant damage. So that's gonna be 6 plus 3. 6. I guess it's 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's level, which is 5. So that's 11 points of radiant damage, and then the radiant mace. I can choose a creature within 10 feet to gain 1d10. Oh, I guess it's temporary hit points. I thought it was healing. Alas, you already have temp hit points from me. So that's not as useful as I thought it was. Alas. Sorry, guys. I thought it was healing, and it was not.
All ass. Roll the
All ass.
1d10, please.
Okay.
Because you have not rolled the damage for the bop.
Oh, sorry. I thought I did. Uh, 6 plus 5, so 11.
Okay.
To this Myrmidon guy.
Got it.
And then I will roll a d6. Everyone got 9 back, including Tana if she needs it.
Tana has not been harmed yet.
Tana's
That's
not
a
been harmed.
first.
We love that.
Normally
for
she's
this
a punching bag in fights.
She
Just
love
all the
that.
damage.
fight. Okay. Tess looks a little bit better. Okay, that's her turn.
Okay.
Giant Valley with the armor.
This phase spider is now going to... Well, it doesn't know where Sylandra is. So, it's going to shoot a web attack. It climbs
Yeah.
down. And then it's going to shoot a web attack at the Myrmidon. It misses. Great. That's its turn. It only gets one of those. It's now this slowed Myrmidon's turn. It moves up to you, Artie. And it's going to hit you with a flail. It is your first time entering its space. It requires a dexterity saving throw from you, please, Artie.
Yeah.
And then it is a 23 to hit.
16, and that hits.
Okay. You successfully dodge the windy slashes, but the flail does bop you for 16 points of force damage.
Okay.
Please roll concentration.
Yes. Bada bing. That's the first. That's good.
Okay. It's now Tana's turn. She's no longer concentrating on Cryograss because that guy died immediately.
Very fire.
That's true. Sylandra would appear.
She considers
And
Fairy
it's-
Fire and then says to herself, nobody in particular, I don't even have that spell. And then she's going to run
That
up.
would put a damper in things.
Yeah, weird, right? What does she do here? Oh. Nope, she doesn't do that. She's going to throw a chromatic orb at the Myrmidon that looks like it's hurting right by Tess. So. And it is going to be a fire chromatic orb, because thunder or lightning would be silly. But that absolutely hits.
Hell yeah. Knock it out. Knock it out, Tana.
The Myrmidon takes 17 points of fire damage.
How's it looking?
Not good. It's nearing critically wounded. That's going to be Tana's turn. This phase spider is then going to ethereal jaunt. So it runs down here, climbing down to 15 feet. And then, can it make it? Yes. It ethereal jaunts next to the slowed Myrmidon. And he's going to make 2 attacks. Now, unfortunately, creatures of entirely wind are immune to poison.
Heck.
But it does hit with its claws, so that's some damage. Takes 12 points of piercing. The fake spider bites again. And misses. Okay. It's now Sylandra's turn. Okay. Sylandra reveals herself as she casts a big ol' honkin' spell.
Downer cell?
Mind your business. How about that?
Oh, fuck.
Casts
Splinter cell?
casts Ice
Annihilated.
Storm right here.
4th
Ow.
level counter spell.
Oh,
Sorry, I cut in.
You
yeah, you did.
counterspell it?
I was already waiting. Yes.
did.
You are
Yeah.
counterspelled.
You all.
Okay. Thanks for wasting my spell slot there. Good job. I'm half in it, right? That means I take half damage.
No, you are in it, I'm afraid. I need a
Oh
dex
my
save
God.
from everybody within that template, which is Velen, Tess,
I don't have-
Claudia, Artie,
If it makes
Tana, and Gideon.
you feel any better, she doesn't have a reaction now.
It's true.
I don't have a disadvantage anymore, right? Because that was
Correct.
sorrowful presence. Okay.
I have advantage because it's magic. I don't need it.
God, I'm rolling piss donkey shit today. 13.
A face spider fails.
Oh,
Me
shit.
and him
poor
I
guy.
going
didn't
down
mean to-
together.
Oh, Claudia.
I don't know, man. Fuck me. Just thinking about her parents, I guess.
Something.
Weeping.
Okay, 19 plus... I do not know why my rolls aren't showing up. I'm sorry, guys.
Somehow,
rolled-
I think we will survive.
Okay, so that's 22 for Tess.
That's success. Okay. Okay. Seems like most of you have succeeded. Tana.
Mhm.
Can I find my dang dice? Natural
Dang
20s.
diggity dice.
hell yeah.
Tana succeeds. Everybody takes... Okay, so if you succeeded, you're going to take half of this, which I think is everybody but Claudia. 23 points of magical bludgeoning damage and 12 points of cold damage. So
Wait,
that
sorry.
is
23 magical bludgeoning, you said?
yes, and 12 cold. So
If you
that
succeeded,
is
or-
if you succeed, it's half of that. So 11 and 6. So 17.
I have the 6 to 3 because I am resistant to cold.
Yeah. We really got to stop grouping up.
I afflicted that.
I'm just trying to help each other.
Well, I have to come hit these guys with my swords because they will be immune to Tylo's Garden because it's lightning.
Ooh. Don't you worry, I got a sword for you.
I don't know nothing. I'm not the only sword person. I
I've
don't
been known
think.
to poke. Velen has a sword too.
You have Talos.
Sure, but my packed weapon can always upgrade. Just saying.
Do you do?
I mean, I'm using a regular ass scimitar.
You
plus
cannot.
2. Yeah.
So we can talk about who is
Yeah.
applicable for
If
Elfid
we live.
after this. If
Yeah,
everyone
we
makes it
should
out.
Probably live first.
At the end of that, I need a wisdom
Yes, let's
saving
find out if we
throw
live first.
from Tess.
Tess left because of technical issues, I'm assuming.
Okay.
She's mad. She wasn't mad.
Mad that she knew preemptively.
All right. Tess,
Yes.
Sorry.
I need a wisdom save from you.
Oh shit.
Is it a spell?
What is happening?
Is it a
Is
spell?
it a spell?
Yes, it's a
Great
spell.
question.
No, it's a
I
riddle.
have
Fuck.
21 on the first one.
You've
Okay,
already
so we have
succeeded.
+4 for sex.
Okay. 21. Oh yeah, plus my d4, but it seems like I succeeded already.
Yeah. You are not held.
Oh shit.
That's
Oof.
good.
Gideon,
Yes, hello.
it's your turn.
Oh my god, and I could still see her? That's
Yeah,
so
that is a
nice.
nice change of pace.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark, which I don't often do, but we're doing it today.
From this bitch.
And then with Dilo's Garden, I'm gonna take some shots at her.
Okay.
Maybe. Yes, like this. Okay. Yeah. No, an 18 does not. Oh wait, I have a 1d4 because I had sex.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
That hits.
Yay.
Sex paid off.
Okay. No sneak attacks. Nobody is next to her, but that's okay.
So 15
So
plus
15. Plus 2 is what it rolled, yeah. On Hunter's Mark.
Oh.
But I also had my other thing on her.
The favored foe.
Yeah, so plus another 2. So 16, 20? 19, 20,
Got it.
I think. Okay. And then I will take another shot. I don't think I need my sex bless for that. That's a 30.
Sex bless is a great way to put it.
Okay, and no bullshit on the second roll, so it will just be 15.
What about your hunter's mark?
No, that's only once per turn, my dear.
Oh.
It's not.
I've
The
got
same.
hex on the brain.
Yeah.
You've
It's
got
not hex.
on the
I
brain.
need to make a concentration check.
I believe if it is Hunter's Mark does apply
Maybe.
damage every time you
Actually,
deal
you're right.
damage.
You're actually right. Okay, hang on. let me
Because
check that
it's
real quick.
ranger hex.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Rex.
'cause it takes my.
Rex.
That's another 4.
Wow.
Wait.
Ooh,
Yeah.
big damn,
It
big
stacks
damn.
up.
And that was my bonus action. And that
Hey,
is,
Gideon, she didn't like that. I need a con save.
that's fair. I'm gonna scooch this way and make a con save.
Yep.
Bam.
You were in range, so please make that
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw. That is successful, so you take half of this. Okay, you take half of 35 points of necrotic damage. You take 17 points of necrotic damage, Gideon.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
It is not
Was
an
it-
attack.
Okay, so 17.
What you see, what all of you see, is her shadow as the arrows strike Sylandra. Suddenly, like a lance, her shadow like soars across the ground and then lashes up into Gideon.
Gideon's not looking so great.
Looks so good for his age. What are you talking about?
It is now
Hey.
a Dryad's turn.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, they're still around. This one emerges
One of
out
them is.
of this tree. And it runs up to you, Claudia.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
It doesn't respond. But it does reach out and try to touch you with a hand that is like
Wait.
long and pointy clawed made of thorns as it tries to melee spell attack you. That's a natural 20.
Okay, I can't do anything about that.
Okay.
I can. Silvery barbs.
Thanks.
Okay. I will roll again. All
Give
right.
somebody advantage.
It is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Advantage to Gideon.
Okay.
I just went,
Trust
but
you
okay.
you did not want to be crit by an inflict wounds. Let's go ahead.
Ooh.
Oof. Yeah.
So that's... How many HP points do you have there, Claudia?
54.
Oh, that's fine. You take
Ah.
32 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, that's
Ow.
okay.
Oh, you would have definitely died on a crit.
Yeah.
Is this one of those if it drops you to 0, it kills Theo?
No, it's inflict wounds. It just
Oh,
does necrotic damage.
It just hurts real bad.
Yeah.
Owie.
I rolled real good on damage though, so I don't think that actually would have likely been the case. Anyway, and the Dryad is in melee with you. It's going to bonus action. Oh, yep, that's what it's going to do. We are placing a
You're welcome.
template here. Scabadoo! I need strength saves from everyone in that square.
Okay.
Is magic tests?
It is magic.
15.
Yeah, is it magic?
It is magic.
Because it is
Tis magic.
It is magic. It is magic.
strength. I'm not good at this.
Velen, you are restrained.
Yeah, I
Always.
It's
Oh,
just...
Get the oil.
Strainable
We
angel.
forgot to oil our bard.
Claudia, you are restrained.
Always lube the bard. 15?
Fails. You are
Cheese
restrained.
balls.
DC was a little higher than that.
Hey, can you roll
Ow.
higher than a 10 today?
No.
I
I
don't
I would like to roll
I
higher.
got-
test that is a failure.
And I- Yep.
That is the most successful wild growth I've ever had.
Entangle.
Oh man.
Okay.
The air myrmidon is immune to
Yeah.
entangling and restraining effects because it is made of air.
He already came pre-lubed.
Yep. Claudia, it's your turn. You're restrained.
God, okay, well, this has been very frustrating for me. So she is
Sorry.
going to Misty Step
Okay.
to this manipulative motherfucker.
Okay, you are no longer restrained.
Get her.
And she is going to get her ass, if at all possible.
Okay.
First attack. Dirty 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. Damage. Superiority die. Can I trip attack her?
You can certainly try.
I attempt to do so. I think
What's
it is
the
a
DC?
strength save. It is. Where's my trip attack?
16.
Bibbity bobbity. 17 strength.
Okay. She is knocked prone.
She gets her feet out from under her. She's prone. She attacks again at advantage because she is prone.
Hold on, it was 9 points of damage, the first one?
Oh, and the +8 for my trip attack.
You mean a
Hold on.
D8.
Plus a D8. 2.
Okay.
Okay, but she's attacking at advantage because she's on her back now. 16 doesn't hit, does it?
16 does not hit.
Action surge.
Did you have? No, you didn't.
Did I have?
One nat 20 for the girl.
I did not have sex. No,
No,
if that's
you
what you're
didn't.
asking.
That's what I was I was
Action
thinking
surge,
back.
attack again at advantage.
Listen,
ahead.
you were third wheeling pretty hard. I don't know.
19 to hit.
19 is her AC.
Oh, thank God.
Yay.
These rolls.
I know, I'm rolling awful today. 11.
You have one more attack, I believe.
I do. I was just double checking anything else. Okay. Yep. Final attack. Fuck me. 17. 2 7s. So my shit day for rolls, I guess. That's
Okay.
yeah. That's all I got. Am I still within Tessa's range? I believe
Yes,
so.
very much so.
I'm gonna take that. I'm
You
gonna
do
take those
still have a
HP.
bonus
I need
action.
them. No, I don't. I use Misty Step.
Never mind, you don't have a bonus action.
You attacked 3 times?
4.
She action surged.
Twice.
She had 4.
Action
Oh,
surge.
you did action
4,
surge.
and I only hit twice.
Oh
11 is
man.
my temp HP because I rolled poopy dick again. Shocking no one. All right, whose turn is it?
I feel like
is-
it curses one player every session.
Yeah, every session it's someone who just. Last session it was Gideon, I think.
Artie,
It's never Artie.
Or maybe it was the session
Yeah,
before
that's
that. I
me.
can't remember.
it's your turn.
Yeah.
Help me out, Artie.
It's doing great.
Okay. Maybe.
You've begun
how
your
you want me to help
turn
you
in
out?
melee with this Myrmidon. But you already succeeded, so it's on its end. Never mind. You're good.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. I don't like him, so I'm just gonna like walk away.
It says something in
And-
Orin.
Yeah.
I speak that. What did he say?
Damn it.
No, you don't. I've noticed a fatal flaw in my spell picks. They are all.
Lightning?
Yeah, they're definitely all lightning. They're all AoE. I didn't take any single target spells today.
Oh man,
And
Whoopsie
you guys
diddles.
are all grouped up with every.
Do you
mob
not have any
around.
cantrips?
not me.
I do.
Place
I
it
do. But
behind
who
her,
plays a
I don't
wizard to
know.
cast cantrips? You know,
Most of the people
Uh,
eventually get there.
Yeah, you. I mean,
wand of magic missiles, 5 charges.
He's like,
Just
not
dump
me.
it all out.
okay. You want to
Are you going
Oh,
for
yeah.
her?
I'm gonna send 2 at this one.
Okay.
Just try to break concentration, maybe. So 3 damage, then 4 damage.
Hold on. Success. Success.
So with 5 charges, just 5 attacks, right?
It's 3 base and then 1 for each charge additional. So
It's a
4
D4
more
plus
plus 3,
1.
it's 7.
Yes.
7 bolts.
Correct.
So I get 5 on this guy, on this girl. This is
Okay.
2, 4, 9, 14. With 2 more. 1 more.
1 more.
19.
Yes, your last 3 merely made it worth it.
Yeah, 19 force damage. She's not concentrating on anything, right?
No.
No, but it's funny seeing them all hit her.
Bang, 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 bang.
It's giving Claudia some
And
new
then-
confidence.
Bam! I'm over here. And that'll be my turn.
Good job, Artie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys are still tangled, though. My bad.
Helen, it's your turn. You're restrained.
Helen?
Helen, I heard that too. I know he said Helen. I know he did.
Hi, Helen. It's your turn.
Helen,
You're up. Put
Blind
down the
mutant
cookies
death.
for the bake sale.
you're
The
unoiled.
big bottoms wear bad shorts. Walk around
Oh.
saying, "Hi, Helen." I'm gonna cast freedom of movement on myself.
Okay, you're no longer restrained.
Please tell me you
And
yell
I-
"Hi, Helen" when you do it.
And I'm gonna fly away,
How high?
just like 10 feet up and over here.
Okay. You do that.
And then let's see. Man, there is stuff everywhere.
Yep.
I am gonna cast. There's a lot of people who are hurt.
Yes.
But Claudia's kind of more in the thick of things, so I'm gonna cast Healing Word on her.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I ran out of Tessa's range. I don't get tempo.
But you're not grouped up.
Yep.
I'm
These
not.
are the
That's why we always group up, because we want that sweet, sweet temp HP.
the Quincy's.
you.
You can have 11.
I will happily
And,
take
uh,
11.
Range.
That's my action, bonus action, and movement. So that is my turn.
Okay. It is now this Myrmidon's turn. Well, Tess, you're right there. And you're
I'm right
restrained.
Here.
It's
Yep.
gonna bop you.
Yep.
It has advantage. That's a natural 20.
Silvery barbs.
Thank you.
Passing those out like hotcakes.
Okay, I roll
Yep.
it again.
I'm using them.
That is no longer a natural 20. That's a dirty 20.
That does hit me. I was not able to use my bonus action
I
to
see.
shield myself.
Yep,
It does hit me.
that is
How
how it
about a
goes.
cutting words?
How about it?
The cutting words are just, oh no, you don't. Let me roll this.
No, you don't. Not our thirsty cleric.
I think it just makes it miss.
It does.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm still gonna roll it.
I think if
I
you
have-
roll anything higher than a 1, it misses. It misses. Okay.
You sure did.
Thank you.
It's gonna lightning surge through both of yous.
Annoying.
Watch this.
Yeah, it's now 15 feet up in the air, and I need a con save from both Velen and Tess. Yes.
From my silvery barbs, I'm gonna go ahead and give the advantage. Can you use that on a save?
On
you can use it
anything.
on anything.
Attack.
Yeah, okay, I'm giving
Oh,
it back
is
to
It's
Tess
just
then.
advantage. You can just use
Yeah.
it. You can use it to
Tess
pick your
has
favorite
advantage.
color. You can use it on anything.
Okay.
Um,
Still
Thank
never
you.
used the one that Gideon gave me.
24.
okay. You both succeed, but you do take lightning damage. Hold on. Halved. I keep losing my d8s. This is really
no.
quite irritating. There we go. Found him. I keep putting him in dumb places. That's a high roll. 15, 23, 30. You each take
Jesus.
15 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
And as it is now in melee with you, Velen, I need you to make a dexterity save.
Man.
How many saves?
Yes. Roll your dice, bitches.
Yeah.
You fail. Okay. You do take 16 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay.
No.
Ow.
Velen, did you roll your d6 to get?
No, I
Yes.
forgot.
You should do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna give myself 2 back.
You get 2 plus 10.
Okay. Then I
You
will
get
give myself
12.
10 back because I took more than that.
Yeah.
So
Good.
Tess, it's your turn.
sorry,
Okay.
numbers are very confusing.
It's fine. I am restrained. Yes.
Yep. But you have a big
Great.
friend next to you.
Your muscle
I do-
mommy Velen could do
I
something.
do. Well, yeah. Can I well, his turn is explicitly after mine, or her turn, I should say. Is explicitly after mine. So I don't know if she can help me if that's allowed. For her to spend her turn trying to pull me out of
It would be
the
after
intent.
your turn.
It would be after my turn. Okay. I would like a dex save from this dryad that's holding the entangle. It's this one, right?
Yep. The other one is no longer alive.
Okay.
That's a... Hold on. That's an 18.
That misses. That is too low. And it takes my sacred flame. Ooh, and I rolled max
No.
damage. 12 radiant damage.
Okay.
Concentration check, please and thank you.
Thank you.
Rolling. It fails.
Hooray!
You are no longer restrained as the wild growth
Fantastic.
ends.
Fantastic. I'm going to have, for my bonus action, I am going to increase my AC. I'm going to burn a spell slot to increase my AC by, I will look it up, but I think it's 5. I think it's I haven't done it in a minute,
Sure,
sorry.
casting modifier.
It's my casting modifier, yeah.
Whatever your modifier is. So if you're
So
at
wisdom is 5.
20 plus 5.
Yeah, so my wisdom. So my AC goes up to 24. And I'm going to send Giant Velen to flank with Claudia
Yeah.
Okay.
and bop.
Plus, she's on the ground, so she's
Yeah.
already got advantage.
Yeah,
Just keep her
exactly.
down. Just keep hitting her.
Yeah, she's gonna bop. She's gonna bop twice with her mace and give temporary HP to Claudia if that
No,
happens.
thank you.
Ooh, that is a natural 19. Which sure, we can bump that up to a 20. Why not?
Treat yourself.
We'll treat ourselves to a crit. So that's a natural 20 on the first one, and another natural 20 for the second one.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Wow. Xena Velen takes no shits.
Zena Bellin takes no shit. Yeah,
Roll
Okay.
damage.
I shall do so.
Bash her into the ground.
Velen, like, is it weird that I'm attracted to myself right now?
No.
It's the
That
most
is very
Velen
on
thing you've ever
brand.
said.
It is on brand.
All right, so that is 15 plus a D. Was it a D? It's a D10, right? So 25 radiant for the first hit.
Yep.
Oh, and it's radiant damage. Nice.
It's radiant damage. Yep. And let's see, 8. That's plus 5. Sorry, math.
13. plus
23 for the second radiant for the second hit.
Okay.
Nice.
Tess,
And HP for Claudia.
how do you do this?
Yeah. Fuck
Um,
this bitch.
yeah, I think Tess is sort of like looking at her celestial charge, and just the force of Tess's own anger at the and she kind of is just like, I have had it with your bad deals. And the force of Tess's anger kind of like rattles through the mace, and just bashes her skull in just like the bluntest way possible. That's like just completely the opposite of Fey trickery.
Okay.
Subtle.
Very good, straight to the point.
Yeah.
As the mace slams into her, almost poetically, the Gungdan mask is thrown from her face.
She can't keep them.
Well, she's also very much defeated.
Now it's
Um,
hope.
And in that moment, the Dryad suddenly, like, looks up and is suddenly
Bad about
alert.
the other one.
And the Myrmidons are immediately dispelled. The controlling magic keeping them here are gone. As the encounter ends.
Oh no.
Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
No, probably not.
Want to ransack
not
her
thinking.
house for goods
Yeah.
and stuff?
Oh yeah, I would like that.
Okay.
Claudia drags
Watch
the
me back.
body over to Artie.
Oh yeah, go through her shit first. I rummage her belonging.
Okay.
I rummage her.
Hold on a minute.
Where's the chicken?
Did you just
All
ask
right,
how
roll the
many
investigation.
was?
You ate it all. You ate all the tuna. There is
25.
25. You find, firstly, a vial that is. It is silver and gold, like swirling together, almost like an amalgamation. It is beautiful and exotic in nature. You don't know exactly what it is. You also find a ring. You find a necklace. And you find a small pouch full of gemstones.
Yep, take that.
Ooh, hopefully it weren't diamonds.
Gonna go through it and just get like a rough estimate.
Right, likely about 500 to 1,000 gold
Any
pieces
diamonds
and
just
gems.
on glance.
No.
Okay.
I'm afraid not.
Okay.
Mostly
That's-
emeralds. Almost entirely emeralds, actually. You do find in the bottom of the gemstone pouch, though, as you look through it with your passive investigation, which I just looked at, and Jesus Christ, there is a solid blue crystal that is not a gemstone. You recognize it as refined crystalline banisite.
Oh, yeah, I pocket that.
I bet you do.
That's some good stuff.
So, to recap, you find a vial, a ring, a necklace, and the staff that she was wielding.
Yeah, I got it all written down.
Okay.
Nothing noteworthy on the table, correct?
Lots of ritual
Like-
candles. Things that you could
That's what
probably
they-
use yourself.
Yeah, I'll pocket some of the
You
components.
said there was the remains of a legend lord. Does that mean you got like? Are there any components that are?
It's all been
reserved?
expended.
Oh, what a good question, though, Velen.
It
I
Uh,
was
was
thinking
worth-
that, but he's
It's
silent.
ivory and incense that has been turned to ash and dust. It has been cast.
Claudia picks up the mask because the spider. Vescati wanted it.
Did the druids? Did they like scamper away? Did they look?
The
One
dryad
of them is
immediately
dead.
ran.
The dryad. Okay.
Also, the face spiders seem to be like assessing what's happening. They're no longer hostile. They're just watching you.
Has there been any kind of change in the look of the tree?
No.
Is
That
the
might be an
front door
internal
open?
affair.
Yeah, I want to. Oh my god.
You look at this door on the front of the tree, and it is. I'm gonna need an Arcana check.
Sure.
Can anyone make it?
Yeah.
29.
Well,
Hold
I'm
on
going
a
to try
minute.
2, Artie.
Yeah, you
I
should.
rolled a 14. So suck it.
You did good. You did good.
And we like heroic recovery, by the way.
Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
I'd love to do that.
Yay. Because
Gonna
ow.
do some arcane recovery as well. Six spell slots back. Take a fourth in a second. Cool. And 29 on the Arcana for the door.
29. One moment, please. Let me do the heroic recovery for Tana as well, real quick.
Oh, and as I'm standing next to Gideon, hi, big guy. You want this? And I present the sword. I can't use it, but I think you could.
You know Gideon cannot use it.
He's a rogue.
Rogue?
Oh, yes, he can. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really
Gideon
cool.
will
I'll
Stop
I'll
looking at the
explain it to you.
door. Okay.
It does some stuff and things, and you can like retaliate for it. It pretty much uses the wind, and I feel like it's kind of on brand with your Dial's Garden. And it does some magical slashing, and you can dispel stuff, and things of that nature. And its name is Aelthir Mayor.
Elthir?
Probably gonna want to say Aelthir Mayor.
Elthir Mare.
Yeah, it's really cool. I wish I could use it.
You can't?
No, not my forte. And I kind of hold it up, and it's like as long
Oh.
as me. Light,
but you're holding it up pretty easily.
Yeah. It doesn't like me.
Okay, Gideon will take the sword and get distracted immediately, looking at it.
So, with a 29 in Arcana check, carved into the roots of the massive heart tree is a great archway, not built, but grown from living wood and stone. Faint veins of light pale green and ghostly white, pulse through it like veins under skin. And inscribed on the lintel is an ancient script of Sylvan, are looping runes that resist comprehension unless you magically translate them. You immediately understand them. The runes describe the heart tree as a vein of passage, a living conduit between realms. The door is sealed. You don't quite understand how it is sealed, but you do know that the door is a portal from here to somewhere else. You don't know where that elsewhere might be, but it is likely distant.
I relay all that information. Maybe we don't want to go in there. But
I reach out and touch the door. Is it cold?
No.
So, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be able to get through it unless, like, maybe attune to that sword and try it out its little ability to dispel magic.
Oh.
Still probably won't. This seems really powerful.
Okay.
And these spiders are kind of eyeing us up. Anybody want to talk to them?
I can.
They're kind of just staring at us.
Hello?
You are speaking what?
Spider.
The face spider nearest you? The deed is done.
Yeah, I have the mask. Do you just want to take it back to your mom?
You must return it.
Oh, okay. Tell her we'll be there soon.
Good. And the face spider ethereal jaunts away.
We have to do it.
Phase spider away.
Away.
Oh, well, that's fine. Maybe we can get more information from Biscotti on
Mm-hmm.
the direction we need to go. Because so far we just have Gallows word and oh god, the proprietor of the Durian's Delve. What was her
Dawn.
name? Dawn? Donna?
Dawn.
I got a question. Archfays are like really powerful and they live a really long time. Is she actually dead or is she just gonna come back?
I don't think that was an archfey.
Oh, she said this was her
I
grove.
wouldn't-
Aren't all grove owners Archfey?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't assume that she's dead forever just because we've disrupted a corporeal form. I don't trust the borders of life and death to be normal here.
Hmm.
So what I'm getting at is we shouldn't linger.
When she said that the tree was corrupted, like, was she being literal about that? Like, Gideon, do you see? Is there like corruption
Well,
on
it
this
doesn't.
tree?
I don't know that corruption's the right term for it. It's she was definitely changing it, kind of altering its form, maybe its purpose.
This is
maybe
a portal to somewhere far away.
that makes maybe it wasn't always a portal.
Could we try to dispel that? Would that help uncorrupt the tree?
I don't really want to go in it.
Maybe we should talk to Viscotti about it
Viscotti.
before we try to do that.
Yeah.
So do we have to go somewhere for that to happen?
You have to go back to where the spiders were, but
Down the bridge.
we got web highway.
We do. I mean, I could just send a message to her to say, hey, can you meet us here? And then we can help her dispel something as a favor instead of having to go all back and forth.
Yeah, you could do that.
I mean, or we could go back. It's just
I mean, you've got the magic for it if you want to. It seems like it. I mean, I don't know what her goals are, but not gonna
I don't
hurt
know
me.
what her goals are either. I think it's worth spending the magic for it just because I mean I guess we don't know where we're going next necessarily. So I guess it won't hurt us. It's just that it
You want me to try now? That's my highest spell.
but to dispel?
Yep.
I think we should if the dispelling is something that she wants us to do, I think we should have that as a bargaining chip. I don't think we should be
Means we
doing
have-
stuff for free.
That means we have to come back here.
Well, that's what I mean, is that if I can just ask her to meet us here, then we don't have to
Seems like a lot of walking.
go back and forth, you know?
Hmm.
I mean, somebody's going to be doing a lot of walking if she really wants
Yeah.
this mask.
I think there's like borders, and sometimes they don't pass it. I guess not. Maybe.
I mean, they can blink and everything, and she seems powerful in her own right.
How long does the
Call her on over. Do
defender
you speak?
spirit exist?
An hour.
Okay.
An hour.
Also, are we gonna talk about the big sexy Velen?
Oh.
It's got no.
I mean,
more scandalous.
Gideon starts studying the sword real hard.
I don't
Ah.
really feel like that's a conversation we need to have.
Okay.
What are you trying to glean
Nobody's
from the sword?
responsible for what they fantasize about, Artie.
I guess I'm
Oh.
trying to attune to it so I can figure out what it does, since Artie gave me.
It is a long sword, so you do
Mhm.
not actually think it's likely viable for dual wielding,
Yeah.
but it is powerful. Hold on. I will link you the information.
Can't you one hand?
Yeah, I have the
it's
dual
considered
wielding
finesse, though, right?
feet. So
Finesse
yeah, you
is
said it was
not the
finesse.
same.
I can dual wield as long as it's. It doesn't
Finesse
have to
with
be
dual
light.
wield feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Valen, I don't know if we have time, but I got a necklace and a ring that and a potion we might want to check out. I could do like
Sounds
one of
there's
them.
Yeah, there sounds like there's some dancing in my future.
Tano, if you want to do one too, we could do all three at the same time.
I
Man,
suppose.
coordination.
Do you have a preference?
Now, I give Velen the necklace, I take the ring, give Tana the potion.
We
Okay.
will all do our own rituals of identify. Is that what that makes?
I think so.
Above table, she promised us directions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think starting at the heart tree is a great idea because it's one of the landmarks that doesn't change.
That's smart.
I like that idea, actually. Seems very unique for being in the Fae, something that doesn't change.
Okay. Eventually, Tana finishes identifying the potion. It is a potion of heart tree sap. Effectively, a potion
Whoa.
of vitality.
Oh.
It has been distilled from the heart tree's roots. In a short explanation, it removes exhaustion, allows one to heal incredibly effectively, and cures diseases and poisons.
Nice.
Oh.
Alright, pop that in the bag.
Eventually, when you identify the ring, it is a ring of mind shielding,
Nice.
and the staff is a spider staff.
That sounds horrible. What's that?
Staff. I thought it'd be the neck.
Necklace.
There is a
Neck ring.
necklace as well.
Potion.
Okay. Yeah, I thought
Understand
that was what he handed me to identify.
It is
didn't know
the
he was-
necklace is a periaptive wound closure.
Ooh.
Those are nice.
Hey, we want this stuff.
I feel like who Velen goes down a lot. I'm just saying.
Claudia goes down a lot.
Claudia is tanking a lot.
Well, Claudia
I
has not
don't have
actually
anything.
gone down. But
Claudia also has a necklace, but she could be chained up like Flava Flav.
That's true.
I don't really have anything I'd be willing to trade for it.
Oh.
You know, we could also just sell all this shit whenever we get back. We got a lot of stuff. Like a lot. I have so many magical items on me, it's not even funny.
I mean, I could definitely swap out my brooch for the perioptic.
You take whatever you want. It's all up for grabs.
Oh my god, this sword is bananas.
It's so cool. I really wish I was a rogue.
Oh my god.
I would build a whole character around that sword. It's such a dope item. Sal, you taking the parry up? I'll take it out of my inventory if so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Echo, I have a sending message whenever you're ready.
But I can hand over the brooch of shielding to put in the bag so that we can sell it or whatever.
Sure.
I don't.
Oh, and it's my birthday.
Happy birthday,
Oh, hey!
Frog.
Happy
Today?
birthday, bro.
Yeah, as of 12
Just
minutes.
now.
Nice. Happy birthday.
you can go ahead and send that message whenever you like.
Okay. Do you want me to send it to...
Me would be nice.
Wait a second.
Yes, I will do so.
I know magic items, right?
Uh-huh.
Isn't when somebody dies with a ring of mind shielding, they go in the ring?
Mm.
Typically.
I would know this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, there's a really good chance that old Sylandra's in this ring. This stores your soul when you die. I don't know if she has a soul. She's kind of rude, but
Oh.
good
Rude
chance she
people
could be
have
in it.
souls, Ari. Can confirm. Rude people do have souls.
Debatable. Yeah, there's a good chance she's in there.
Fascinating.
Well,
Huh.
that's interesting.
Unless it like has another soul already in there, which is a good chance.
That also seems like a bargaining chip.
I mean, yeah. I don't really want to talk to her.
No. I mean, if Viscotti didn't like her and she's vulnerable now because her soul is in a ring and there's nothing she can really do about it for a while, that might be something that her enemy might want to know about.
I mean, yeah, we can do that.
Or even the Empress person of this grove.
Kill.
Yeah, that person. She might. I mean, we don't know necessarily her relationship to this Sylandra person, but you know, if it was not favorable, maybe she would also appreciate this knowledge.
Shit, I like it.
While messages are happening, Gideon is gonna go up to Claudia and kind of lean in close next to her, like shoulder to shoulder, and say, you know, there's got to be other people who can take a look at memories now that we know you might have a thread worth following. Like maybe Tana knows something, or
I can modify her memory, but I can't look at it.
Oh, please don't do that.
Okay.
Well, knowing whether I'm from here or not would make a big difference for me, I guess.
yeah,
I can ask Jamino.
You could?
I can ask Jamino. We can try to scry on them. Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be. I was gonna
You
say
can
there's
try
lots of
on-
ways.
You
Like,
can
there's
try
lots of
people you
ways.
haven't seen.
I mean, you've seen them, especially if you have. I know you don't have anything of theirs, but like we can try. It won't be very easy, but we can try. You can at least describe what you remember.
Okay,
Hmm.
but I like to do that.
Yeah, I think
You
it's
don't have
better.
to-
There's other ways, you know. We'll figure it out. Better than owing something to someone like her.
I realized that, which is why I said no.
Yeah, I was proud of
I'm
you.
glad.
I just wanted
Yeah.
you to know that that doesn't mean it's over. The matter's closed.
Right. It's just hard feeling like something was really close and then
Yeah,
having to say no anyways because it was the right choice. Sucks.
it does. Sorry.
You did give me
She
my in for
sucked.
the sword, though.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
that's good. It looks like a cool sword.
Oh yeah, this thing is crazy.
Uh-huh. Like the wind god now. Swords.
I don't know about
They're
that.
the spiders are on their way.
Ah, hell yeah.
Sweet.
Which is
Even
something Gideon would not say, but affirmative noise.
That is
even
not a
Scotty.
sentence I ever thought I would want to hear.
The
What-
spiders are on their way.
I mean,
They're coming.
The Feywild
she
is
did
fucking weird.
say that we honor that you honor us with your commitment, so that's good.
No, they've been good for their word so far. I mean, the web highway worked. And they were here when we eventually figured out it was time to fight. Ooh. The Fae are a lot, man.
Yeah, I don't like this place. Everybody tells me I'm a liar, but I feel like I just tell nothing but the truth.
Am I everyone, am I not Fae? Have I just not been Fae this whole time? No one is treating me like I'm Fae at all. Apparently Claudia is more Fae than I am.
Well, there's Fae
Well, you-
of descent and then Fae of native. Do you live here? Were you born here?
Well, no, but neither was Claudia. I mean, I guess maybe
Well,
Claudia
she might
was.
have
I
been.
think
I
what
think
she
that
was
was the
saying is that Claudia was born here,
that was the implication I took.
which is why it was weird. But sure, you're Fae.
If you
I mean-
banish me, wouldn't that put me back on my home plane?
I could probably do that, yeah.
It would. But
But how are we defining home though?
yeah, isn't that like kind of letter of the law versus spirit of the law? Like
Yeah,
the material plane is your home.
know.
Technically.
I mean, out above table, I'm pretty sure it is your native plane,
Your
like,
origin?
wherever you're born. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever
Literally-
plane you originated on, which is why what's her butt
Cauldron was
Cauldron.
just like, yeah,
Thank you.
bye.
exactly. Oh yeah, she was like, okay, I mean,
She's
yeah,
like,
so see you
fuck
again.
it. Yeah, I'm home.
But if
You
you're
literally-
on the plane that person is from, they go to a random location, or they go to like.
Yeah,
you
we
know.
don't want that. That would be bad.
But you could just break the concentration.
But also, if you did it right now, and what if you just go back to the material plane? You're like, well,
I don't think it's worth the risk, right? We don't know.
Well, you'd
that.
have to hold on to it for a straight minute.
Yeah, you can cancel.
You could
the
just
banish,
send
but
her
you don't have
there
to.
for like 30 seconds and then bring her back and say, well, what did you
But
see? Was it?
I think in order to know if it was your home plane or not, we should not be here. Like it would be an experiment we should do when we're on the material plane. Because if it sends you to the Feywild, then we would know that that's your home plane. But otherwise, banishment just sends you somewhere random.
oh, that's true. But then we would know if it doesn't send her to the prime plane from here,
Right.
that she is
Right.
from here.
That's fair.
If you
I mean-
if you really want to try this experiment, I can prepare it tomorrow.
I
But
mean,
I-
if communion is easier, that works too. I mean, I'm just
I can do
throwing
communion.
ideas out.
I have
'Cause
commune
'Cause
all the
that's
time.
a definitive yes.
I
That's like a,
commune-
is she from the
I mean, I
Fae?
can always ask Dawes,
Yes.
but I don't know if he'd been paying attention.
Do you want to
that.
ask
So
Doc?
he's like already that way.
He's just got a lot to do.
No, I mean, do you want to ask him now? You don't have to. Actually, Velen, can you communicate with him more easily than I can communicate with Jimino right now? Our connection's kind of staticky.
I don't know. He's just kind of always around.
You actually have not heard any snide comments from Doss since you've come to the Fae.
Oh man.
Maybe he's not. Like usually that would he would say something, but I don't hear him right now.
Okay, well, commune is a ritual that I can just cast. So I think we should, if we're gonna bother Jimino, we should have the full breadth of questions. So while we're waiting for the spiders, we should at least think of what we want to ask. Seems like, is Claudia's birth plane the Feywild is a good question. Are
Are her
one,
parents alive?
are one or both of
I
her
would-
parents alive?
I would like to know that as well.
That sounds good. Then what do we want for a third question, Claudia?
I mean, it doesn't have to be about me. You could use it to ask about Lily or
Wait.
something.
She's already been doing that though.
That's true.
We seem pretty focused on you right now,
So
Claudia.
yeah, why not?
Um,
It can also be about you.
Could can I whisper it to you, Tess?
Sure.
Okay, she'll kind of shuffle over.
Do you not trust the rest of why?
No,
That's
I'm just
fine. That's
I'm-
fine.
I'm just
Sometimes things are hard to say out loud.
she'll whisper into Tess's ear.
Aw. I don't think I have to ask Jimino that, Claudia.
Could you just check?
Yes, I can. I don't think Jimino will be happy with me for asking, but I can. She's pretty judgy about my questions.
Well, now you sound judgy about Claudia's question.
Yes,
I don't know what she
the god
asked.
of lacking judgment is the one judging.
All right, I'll cast commune. Hang on, let me find something. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, she'll go up to the tree. And she will pray to Jimino that she will use the tree itself as kind of her conduit, because she always goes for something that has some sort of state change. And this tree was once, though it remains the center of the Feywild, it is now a portal, and at some point was not, or there is some sort of corruption in it. We know that there has been some sort of change of state. So she will pray, Jimino, you see all changes in all planes, including the change of this tree. I know it's hard to get to other planes here, but can you answer some questions for me that are very important? I also wish to honor the change of heart of my friend, who very often, like some other cleric that you know, likes to reach outside herself for information, sometimes to sources that are not beneficial to her. She didn't do that this time. Instead, she asked me to reach out to you. You around for some information?
You feel the presence with almost a chiding tone, Jimino says. Firstly, this tree has always been what it is. But we all make
A portal?
assumptions.
Interesting. I was just acting on the information that we were given. Maybe that was wrong information.
It's not important. You have questions and the magic binds.
Is Claudia's birthplane the Feywild?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Are one or both of her parents still alive?
Yes.
Tess will look at Claudia, and you can tell for a second that she is wrestling with a different question.
That's on you.
And she sighs, and she says, do Claudia's parents want her back?
Yes.
Thought as much. Thank you.
welcome. And it feels as though the presence is gone faster than it normally is. Likely
Sure.
the presence in this plane has that effect on the spell.
So, Claudia, you are in fact more Fey than I am. You were born here.
Oh my god.
It-
What does
I
that
wasn't
even
sure.
mean?
I wasn't sure which. It's not clear which one, but at least one of your parents is still alive. And yes, of course, they want you back.
Aw,
Oh. That's good to know.
I was
That's
going
great.
to maybe. I was going to maybe ask if one or both of them is still here, and maybe we can find them. But perhaps that's a question for another time.
Thanks for asking, Tess.
Bellum like sidles up to Claudia without saying anything and just gives her a hug.
She'll hug you back. Maybe they're here. I know you
Could
could
be.
have literally asked that, but I just never thought I'd be maybe so close.
This is all good news.
Yeah. That's great news.
Now you can tell Thomas he's dating a foreign girl.
How did I get
Dudes
to the
love
prime
foreign girls.
material?
No.
I think
Yeah,
you
you
were
do.
stolen, sweetheart.
I knew that much. It's
Wait.
farther than I thought.
Well,
Claudia, didn't you get stolen in the prime material world? Like,
I don't know.
remember
I
you've told
guess
us the story.
I remember we were at a market. It could have been a Fey one. I haven't really. She kind of looks around the forest. I haven't really seen like cities or towns here yet.
there are, and there's other places that these planes overlap.
There are
You know?
definitely Fey markets.
They're all over the Goldwood.
Feywild is larger than the prey material in many ways.
Oh, so maybe we're not so close to them as I thought we might be.
Well, we're closer in the
We're on the
astral
same.
kind of sense.
Yes, we're on the same side of the veil. Maybe.
No reason we can't, you know.
Yeah, I would. We're here, right? And it's not
Yeah,
super
let's
easy
think
to get
about
here,
how
so
we
it'd be
can
nice
try and
to
find
look
them.
or ask. I don't want to obviously have this come in between you and your niece Gideon. That's obviously more important.
Well, we know where she is, so yeah, we should find her, but then there's nothing stopping us from looking for your parents.
Hey,
Okay.
kiddo, do you know their name?
Yeah. Let me pull up my document.
I keep it here in my pocket.
Years ago. Okay. I have an okay, yes, I found it. It's right here. I know their first names. I don't know what their surname was,
I mean,
but
isn't that enough to try?
I think so. She says uncertain. My dad's
It's
name
a
was
start.
Einar, and my mom's name was Refna.
Hmm.
That's all I know. I know what they kind of look like.
Describe them.
Consult the document.
Okay. Well, document says, I remember my mother was very kind, but was a spitfire. She was strong physically and mentally, and did not suffer insults easily. She disagreed with my dad. She let him know. And my dad was big, powerful in size and stature, but very gentle. My mom had the strong personality, but my dad was like kind of a pillar, quiet and steady. And I remember his eyes kind of look like mine and Jericho's. The glow. So that makes me think he was probably the Lycan. And our red hairs from our mom.
Well,
My old red hair used to be from my mom.
I think this might be a project that would be easier and a safer time. I can try to scry on them, but someone that I know of only secondhand, and I don't have anything with, it's going to be much harder
What about
to
sending?
find them. Maybe
What about what?
sending.
Oh, yeah. Can you do? Oh, I guess we might be on the right plane. for once.
Yeah.
True. That's a good point. I mean, I hope that we don't get into too many more fights today because I'm going through my magic, but I can try.
You could do it right now.
Claudia, what do you want me to say?
Um,
And which one do you want me to try to message? Because we don't know which one is
I
alive.
don't.
Maybe
Half
the
of
one
me
with
is
the glowing
terrified.
eyes?
My
What?
dad.
One with the
Werewolf.
glowing eyes? Although,
Pro- Um,
I don't
I-
what's your
I-
gut say, Claudia?
I never thought that I would be able to do this. So,
You
that
said his name was Reinar?
Einar,
Einar.
and that I'm looking for them. If he could tell me where he is, if he wants to see me, and it seems like Jamino said he does. I'd like to see him, find him. Could draw a picture, but it won't be very good. That helps. She's gonna draw one anyways. She takes a stick in the dirt, and starts drawing what she thinks her dad looks
Aw.
like.
Cute.
It's very akin to Artie's birthday flyer. I hope he doesn't ask about Jericho.
The thing that I'm more concerned about is that he doesn't know me. And if he is in the Feywild, this seems like a prime manipulation tactic. And so he might, even if he is here and alive, he might or might not respond favorably, you know?
Well, we won't know unless we try.
We don't. If anyone has Velen, you're good at diplomacy and convincing people of things. If you have any suggestions on what to say.
I know your daughter was stolen a long time ago.
That's a good point. Let him know
She's
that
looking
specific
for you.
detail.
We aren't asking for anything from you, but if you would provide your location, perhaps we could meet. Don't know how many words I just said.
Third-party perspective. That kind of sounds like a ransom,
A little bit.
a little ransomy.
But 14 years later, it seems like they really missed their mark.
Yeah,
They were going to
yeah.
ransom us.
You could just say
Time
know,
was
I'm a friend of
differently.
Claudia's.
you're friends with your daughter.
I think the main thing is to make sure that we're not asking for anything from him so that he doesn't think that it's a trap.
Even his location?
Well, I don't
Maybe
know.
we could open with.
Are you
She
in the
just wants to know you're alive, or
Are you in the Feywild? Can you confirm that you're
Are
alive?
you both alive? Is there anything like what? I don't
if he
know.
doesn't answer, then he's probably not. I don't
Like-
know.
Keep it,
Papa,
guys,
can you
stop.
hear me?
Just just keep it short and to the
Look,
point.
I have one
Let 'em
surviving
know
family
you're-
member, and our relationship isn't great. I don't know why you think I would be that helpful.
Just tell him you're his daughter's friend and got information. You may be alive, and she wants to talk to you.
Just don't
keep it short.
ask
Tell 'em
why
the
they
truth.
forgot about her.
If I learned anything today, it
don't-
was probably tell the truth and just be brief.
Did you learn
Tell the
that? I'm gonna
truth
ask you
and
in the
be
morning.
brief.
What did you
What
learn
was the
yesterday,
lesson
Artie?
we learned
We'll see.
yesterday?
I thought it was pay attention, not tell the truth.
You forgot that one.
I guess I missed the mark again. Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
Tess will close her eyes and hold her holy symbol. and try to send to Einar and say, Einar, you don't know me, but my name is Tessellation, and I am your daughter Claudia's friend. She is looking for you. Are you still alive?
Okay.
Because I didn't anticipate this attempt.
Fool.
Oh, Tess will also tell everyone else before that the tree is always what it was. So apparently it was always a portal, question mark? Jimino seemed annoyed that we didn't know that.
Oh, well.
As you send this message, you get a response. And as
Hell
you
yeah.
hear this response, Tess, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh,
My,
what?
uh-oh. Oh, no.
Dad,
Oh.
why?
All right. Okay. I have a +0 to this, you guys. Is it magic? Is it a spell? Can I have advantage?
No.
15.
That's not terrible.
That's good for an int save.
You hear. How sweet. The daughter is so full of hope. If she wants family, she must come back to mine. Tell her that from sweet Nephene.
Oh. Oh, no. Honey.
Please. Is your father the fucking the cold king guy?
No, that's the vampire
No,
who
he didn't
kidnapped
have
her.
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Does anything happen to me with that int save?
Whoever it is that just responded to you, you cannot help but feel remarkably friendly to them. You
Shit.
feel like you just spoke to an old friend. And you, in fact, feel relieved that that's who you heard from.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Which means that Tess is going to be very relaxed as she repeats that message.
What?
Does she repeat it word for word?
Yup.
In her voice.
Yup. No, actually, I'm a fucking changeling. I can
That's what I
repeat it.
mean.
I can repeat
In
it
her
his
voice.
in his
It wasn't. It was in Nephine's voice, right? Not his voice.
It was Nephine's
Yeah.
voice. It was not.
I don't know. I don't know what gender Nephine is. Sorry.
She's a woman.
Okay, great. Then I will repeat it in her voice.
Ugh.
Claudia's all
Wait,
of
is
the
Nephine-
color drains from her face.
The one that kidnapped you, like the main one?
Not the Simon is the one who took her, but he took
No,
her
no, the one
to
that had you.
Nephine.
To Nephine.
She was
yeah.
the collector.
Oh.
She's your owner.
That
Yeah.
is the message.
Oh.
Claudia turns pale and vomits
Oh.
because she is so scared.
In that moment, as that realization strikes you, that is where we're going to call tonight's session.
Oh.
Ah,
Oh. Ask and you shall receive.
she touched my dad. I'm gonna kick her ass.
Does that mean she's on the fucking in the Fae?
Or
Then-
she has
Sending
them.
can go to any plane. Well, I mean, like
It has a
we-
chance to fail, but it can go to any plane.
Well, and also let's remember when we sent to try to find Lily, our sending crystal got broken, and we got a response from an archfey. So I suspect that
She might have
very
been.
powerful people that are like, if they're under the influence of a powerful person, it's possible that they can like get their messages read or something.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Sending is unencrypted, I guess.
Oh no.
As we come to the end of the session, I want to thank you for playing with me. I hope you had a good time. But before we go any farther, we must give our players an opportunity to vote on a point of inspiration to go to one of our other players. And we're going to start at the top of the order with Dooch. Who did something that you liked?
You know what? I always scold Pen and tell her I won't reinforce her for bad decisions, so I'm going to positively reinforce her for good decisions in the beginning for not making the bargain. Okay?
Thanks.
Yeah.
Reinforce the behavior you want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll take it.
Hellfrog.
I am also going to vote for Claudia
Wow.
for listening to a combination of influences, I think, and, delaying something that she wanted, which is growth.
Character growth.
Pen.
I think there were obviously a lot of good moments. Tess, I particularly appreciate you reaching out to Jamino for the plot relevant stuff for Claudia. But the thing that made me almost cry laughing was when Artie, when he was initially talking to fucking whatever her name was.
Sylandra.
Thank you.
Jesus
Jesus, I don't know.
Christ.
It won't stay in my head. Sylandra, when he was just chatting with her in the very beginning and she like tapped into his memories and he was just chatting and he just thought the reason she like was looking at him with disdain was because he had a preference for green women and he needed to explain himself. Like it's not that's just a coincidence. It's not like I exclusively prefer women who are green in coloration. It was just weird for him to get like defensive about that specifically, but very on brand that he would think that was the problem in the moment and not anything else.
It's fresh in the mind.
Yeah, it was top of mind. That's already.
Emily.
I'm gonna give it to Velen for saving Tess's ass and being like, nope, we don't have to talk about it.
The big villain.
Not at all. Nope.
Okay.
Appreciate it,
Stal.
Velen.
Why are you so goddamn quiet?
Or Mike.
My stupid mic again. I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, you're
Yes.
fine. As long as it's right there, you're fine.
Shit. I'm really torn between a couple of things. But I think that I want to vote for Claudia for the just embracing the horribleness of that last moment and choosing vomit. I think that was a good RP decision.
Appropriate.
And I hate throw up, but it seemed like a very correct story choice, so I will vote for Pen.
As we come to the end of the session, Pen, you have earned the player's vote for inspiration.
I'm gonna need it for the trauma.
Well done, everybody. Thank you for playing with me tonight. And to everybody who's at home or at work watching, hi, Pen, hi, Emily, hi, class, hi, everybody else. We love you all, and I wish you a good night.